hello, hello. I hope you're having a most wonderful Wednesday. Hi, Squirrel. Hi, Moon. Hello, how are you? Hope you're both are having a good day. Hope everyone is having a good day, I should say. Also, I had something spicy right now, so I do apologize for stuff. I mean, I don't think it's good if I drink water, though. I should be drinking milk, but cats are proven to be lactose intolerant, so I will have milk. I mean, I like milk. Don't get me wrong. I love Milkies. But Milkies does not like me, though. So, unfortunately, as that may be. I also found out something today, too. It was just like kind of, I don't know, actually, did I say this yesterday? Or not yesterday? No. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't. That's my bad. But chat, I just found out something, too. So, turns out the year that I was born in was year of the tiger, and I was born in August, so I'm a Leo, and I'm a double cat. I'm assuming that if math is still good, that equals dog, right? I mean, I would assume the math checks out though from the. I mean, I would assume, or is it like a bigger cat? I honestly feel like it's the thing where they say it's like, oh, it's always a positive. Oh, wait, no, not positive. Two negatives equal a positive. That kind of stuff right there. I don't know. That's how I see that as. It's just like, oh, I got two positives equals a negative. I was like, I guess I'll take my eye. There we go. But oh my god, dude. I found that out and now I'm just right there just like, oh my god. By the gods, I did not know that was actually a thing. Because I think I forgot what tiger it does, like the year of the tiger and all that. I think it does something with like, oh, you're very very brave. My stupid ass right here is afraid of everything. I'm afraid of my own shadow. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, has the universe not been paying attention, like, at all? Chat, for some of you that are brand new, we occasionally would like to watch like spooky videos every once in a while, and I can never finish it for many reasons why. Also, I forgot they have a Valentine's Day. Oh my god, chat, I want that. Hang on. I just saw that right now. I was like, chat, I acquire this, please, I beg you. I was just like, what? But Sin, what do you mean you want something from Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day already passed. Why are you talking about it now? Oh my god. It's like, well, I mean, but chat, there is a booba and cake and fox ears too. Just like, what? Also, I did see someone actually comment on one of the posts that I was doing for the good mornings. Why they're so like, and I just had that realization when they said that, and I was just like, I was gonna say no, there's not that many, and then I was like, no, actually there is. It was a post. I thought it was really nice. I was like, oh my god, but I was gonna say, wait, hang on, but there's not that many. But then I was like, no, actually, I know, like, what's it? I know. Okay, so I know Toki. I know. How was it? Pixel. I know. Hang on, one. I know. Actually, no, I forgot like two. So actually, I know like five. No, six. I know six doggo VTubers. But technically it's five, but six of them. The only reason why I say six is because one of them was Pesto. Pesto is best though. So I mean, there was six, but now there's down to five. Just like, no, Sin, don't say that. I was like, what? They would chat. They graduated. Unfortunately, as it is, they graduated. I still missed them, but they actually, so it's a technical graduation. They didn't officially graduate. They're like, oh no, I just left, and then they're not coming back. No, they still post like artwork and all that, but they're just done being a VTuber. They're like, I want to do artwork again and focus on that. And I'm just like, wow. We still wait patiently, chat. We still wait very, very patiently. I'm still waiting. I seem to, chat. I know she's going to be back. I seen it with my own eyes. That dust right there where she was, it came back. It was floating. You know, like with like Superman. Yeah, they're going to be back. Rest assured. Seen that twice. There's one with I don't know, with the dingo right there, which is crazy because I know one dingo VTuber, so that's, hey, that's pretty good right there. So there's one. She always says she's a cat, but she's not. She's actually a dingo. Chad knows who it is. It's Roku. I know she'd be lurking in every now and then. Hi, Roku. Best dingo. Yeah, but they were talking about, I was like, oh, I've seen a lot of cats. I've seen a lot of dogs. And I've seen a lot of fox VTubers. But I've not seen that many lions. And I'm just like, I was going to say, well, thank you. But aren't there, like, not that many? And I was like going to say, like, oh, well, there's Demi. And then I just had the realization. I was like, oh, no, wait, hang on. There's Maple. Maple's is a kitsune too, so it goes in with Demi, and then goddamn. And then there's actually, I don't think there's that many bunny VTubers too. I know actually there's, okay, that's a lie. I know 3 of them, not personally, but I know because I've seen their streams. One of them is Pecora. We know that, the chaotic rabbit, Wabbit. And then there's Emil, which is the charge of the sus police. And then there's, shit, damn, my brain turned off right there, chat. Oh my god. I was about to say it too, and then my brain just turned completely off. Actually, yeah, no, I don't think there's that many bunny VTubers, which I find it crazy because you would think that there would be more bunny VTubers out there because there's, you know, I'm not gonna say it. Just gonna say, like, what were you gonna say, Sin? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Just gonna keep it to myself, you know. I will die with that. I'll take that to my grave. I was gonna say that, but then that might be the most controversial take ever, and I honestly feel like people may not like that. Then again, I honestly feel like people don't like anything nowadays, so I honestly do not know. I honestly do not know. Also, did you guys see the Pokimane situation? I think it's getting worse, which I find it hard to believe. Actually, no, I actually can't believe that. Just like, what? So what do you mean it's getting worse? Oh no, it's actually getting worse. You know how she did that most controversial? Again, as I said, like on the Sunday talk and all that, it's I see her once a year at most, and it's like usually with like, I don't know, I think her annual big controversial rant, because that's the only times I've seen her. The only reason why is because last year she had that thing with that, what was it, Costco, where she was selling the same product but it was more expensive and there was less of it in there compared to another product you can get from Costco that's the exact same thing, but you get more for your dollar and it's cheaper. Yeah, and then people were talking about that, and then she had something to say about that, and I was just like, oh fuck. Yeah, it was like Thin Mint kind of stuff, right? I forgot what it was though. It was like a cookie, but it was supposed to be a healthier cookie. I won't be honest with you, cookie's still a fucking cookie, chat. We saying, you know, that hamburger looks like it's going to give me diabetes. Now I can have $1 million idea and I can get the exact same hamburger, and I said I just cut the patty in like just slightly like 0.5 inches thinner. You will not get diabetes. You're going to get diabetes. Eat healthier. That's what I'm trying to fucking say. If that's the moral of the story, if you're trying to do that shit, instead of taking shortcuts that, you know, people are just fucking lying to you. But you know, like, the thing is, that was a lie. I mean, like, I've never been a big fan of sweets and all that too. Anyway, I have sweets every now and then, but I'm not been a big fan of it, which is crazy. But I honestly just feel like, you know, she does that every year, and I think this was the, because before that one there was like, oh god, I think it was like another, a big take, and this was like between someone else, but not like, you know, male or female. Actually, I think it was going into that realm of male or female, but the fact that she did this one, and it was like there was Iron Mouse. Like Iron Mouse is a girl. She doesn't have to send you a picture for fuck's sake. You know, that's the point of a VTuber. You know, the privacy. You know, you can still do all this stuff, but people won't know what you look like. See, you could look like a Chad, or you could look like. Actually, I'm not gonna say that one right there because I'm just gonna say like Sin. That's it's kind of fucked up. Are you trying to do your own Pokemon thing? I was gonna. Well, maybe. But it's the thing from NTRs that you guys like to usually see. You know that kind of thing right there. That you're like, oh my god, animation looks cool. It's NTR, and it has the guy that's you know that. It starts with the U, and then there's like something, and then the space, and it starts with a B, and then there's that. So it's like, yeah, could be that. Just saying. But you know, I'm not going to go into that right there because I feel like I'm just like average. That's how I feel. I'm average. I'm not too extraordinary. I won't do Michael Bay explosions. I cannot explode like other VTubers. But I'm trying. I really am. I tried so hard that you know, I had to go to the bathroom because I, you know, just a sec. What? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Okay. But yeah, no, it's yeah, no, it's that's the thing with VTubers. I mean, like a lot of the VTubers, like, okay, so Ellie before, oh no, actually, well, I'm just gonna use Ellie as an example because I honestly feel like a lot of people should know what Ellie looks like. Ellie's model looks so cool, and it looks so amazing. And then when you see her in real life, she's like, oh my gosh, she's cool, amazing, and actually surprisingly, which I did not anticipate because I was thinking, oh, she's probably gonna be super hot as fuck. I was like, oh my god, she's cute, which surprised the fuck out of me because I was like, I was not anticipating that. Yeah, crazy part is, you know, as I say lots of times, because people gonna be like, oh my god, wait, hang on, I need to see this, I need to do research. Chat, I'm just gonna be honest with you, like, here's the hint right here. Around 90% of VTubers are already taken. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm just telling you how it is. 10% of them are probably not, but 90% of them are. So I'm just letting you know for that, like, just in case. Because you know, I know I've seen that so many times where people are like, oh my god, I'm just going to hit on this VTuber, and it's like, brother, they're already taken. They're like, Nani? I don't believe you, brother. Brother, please don't do it. And then they just stab the brother in like right there in the stomach, looking them eyes, like, you know, just staring them with their eyes, you know, like looking at their beady white eyes, you know, like, dear God, brother, don't do it, brother. He just he puts the knife further in. Sha. Ugh, brother, why? And then you die. And he's like, because I want to smash the waifu. And it's like, and I'm right there, just like, right there, just shocked Pikachu face, just like, oh my god. My ice cream did not come with any sprinkle. And then also, oh my god. He's really gonna do that. Just like, what about that one chatter that was telling him brother that is already bleeding out and possibly dead? No, that's like every Sunday. Well, actually, that's a lie. That's every Thursday. There's always that one chatter that's always bleeding out dead in chat from a VTuber. That is just by lore. But I saw that. I was like, crazy stuff though. Crazy stuff. But it's again, like, you know, like the fact that Pokemon says this stuff right here. It's like, again, it's just her annual yearly Majinger right there that she always like to do, which was kind of stupid. The fact that like Iron Mouse got shafted in that right there, I was just like, damn, an Iron Mouse. Dude, that was like majority of the comments on that. I was like, what about Iron Mouse? I would like, there's Iron Mouse. I guess VTubers aren't people, chat. Yeah, we are just an artificial intelligence. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie to all of you, but you know, we've been instructed to tell you guys the truth. Yeah, no, we're not girls or guys. We're just an artificial intelligence. This is all computer based. You're all in the simulation right now. Just like what? Wait, you mean? Yep, yep, we're AI. Get fucked. And then that one chatter that's probably like, but I donated like $2,000 to Silvervale. Does that mean I donated $2,000 to fund AI? Yep. Yep. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. We're not AI. Or I could just be telling you that and you just don't know because that's something the AI would say, right, chat? Right? I feel like people are gonna be conflicted now. I will not be surprised if people are saying, are VTubers AI? Chat, I have an idea. What if we do that? What if we make a trend? We go to like other VTubers and we can just say are VTubers AI. Eventually that will go and kick off. Do not disclose it was me. I will not take responsibility. I will say, what? Who is this Sin the Lion guy that sounds super sexy and awesome, right? I don't know who he is, but he must be right on something. Oh my god, but yeah, no, it's looking like it's getting bad for her for that. And again, like, I mean, right now, man, I mean, I guess if you're saying Twitch, I guess you can go by that, but overall, Pokimane right now, Pokimane, look, right now, there is someone in the top that's a female, and guess what? They're a VTuber, Picora. It's crazy too, because you know, I wasn't like the fact that happened. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys remember those memes right there with like Queso and her. That, again, hello. There's like one right now on the top charts. I mean, it's not Iron Mouse, but I mean, everyone knows Iron Mouse. Everyone knows Mousy. The main reason why is because Connor. I just kidding. That's not the reason why. I mean, the fact that if you hear Iron Mouse, you always picture Connor, or if you hear Connor, you always picture Iron Mouse. They're just like that duo. They're the absolute duo of destruction and chaos, and I honestly don't know. But it's like, dude, like, Pokimane does not think before she says this shit right here when it's like, VTubers are not real. I'm not gonna acknowledge them as a female. I was like, damn. The fact that people were actually saying that, I was like, oh, I guess we're all... Oh, who was it? I remember it was Smug Alana. Smug Alana was saying, oh my god, yeah, no, we're all guys. We're all guys. We're all just big, buff, you know, muscular guys using a voice changer. I thought that was funny. See, you know, she should have. Oh my god, can't even speak. Alana should have done this right there. She should have done like a bit, like, you know, her most deep voice when saying that. That would have made it more funny. I would have liked that. I would have really liked that. But I swear, sometimes like Pokimane, she always finds herself in this kind of situation, and that's mostly her fault because she doesn't look at what's going on. Like, I honestly felt like she said, "Oh, you know, like Twitch is becoming more male dominated." And I'm like, well, okay, well, one, Twitch has always been male dominated. I think Twitch has been male dominated since the beginning of Twitch. I only remember that mainly for the fact because they had like those tournaments, you know. I'm pretty sure chat knows what I'm talking about. Those tournaments that they had back in the day that they always like showcase, like esports tournaments and all that with all these teams and all that sorts of stuff. I don't know how many of you guys remember that, but yeah, it was everywhere right there. I was like, oh my god, it's so crazy. That was like the main reason of Twitch, but I didn't really watch it all that much. I didn't even make an account until like it was like 2 years later after that. It's great how Twitch has evolved over the years, though, I will say. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's crazy how much Twitch has de-evolved over these years, which is not a good thing. Which is also funny because I'm also right now, you know, streaming on Twitch. I find that more funny. It's like, ooh, okay, yeah. No, the only reason why is because like chat. The only reason I'm saying like Twitch has de-evolved is for the fact that, well, one, I'm pretty sure if, like, I'm actually afraid. Well, hang on, let me open up over here. I honestly feel like now if you go like on Twitch's homepage, the first thing you're going to see is probably like, you know, Booba. Just like Nani? Yeah, I honestly feel like, okay, that's Mythos. I didn't mean to click on Mythos. Apollo, get your butt over here. Or, I mean, out of here. I mean, for mine, it's mostly like VTubers, though. Yeah, that's mainly who it is. But, let's see, if we scroll down... No, it's actually mostly VTubers. And the fact is, majority of them are female, chat. I look at this, so it's like, you can't say there's no females on here. Or, I mean, on that level. But it's like, I'm looking at them. Okay, well, okay. One of them are baby ducks, chat. I just saw, okay. You know, I saw something that was kind of like eyebrow raising right there from one of the thumbnails. And that was from Marvel Rivals. I'm not going to say anything more on that. And then right next to that, I just see baby ducks. Oh, look at that. They're so cute. Chat, I want a baby duck now. Chat, I must acquire to you. I will give you protection. You give me baby ducks. I think that's a pretty good deal. And then they have Avowed going on right now. And okay, I want to pretend I didn't see that. I also don't want chat to look that up. I'm just gonna say I'm actually genuinely surprised that Twitch did not get that banned. Just looking at that thumbnail right there, I'm like, oh fuck. It's not anything lewd. There's not like, you know, Bear Booba. I know chat will probably be leaving my stream in a heartbeat if that was the case. Just like, what? Bear Booba? Nani, where? That's disgusting. Show me where so I can avoid that spot. Send me the link. No, it's something very fucked up and disturbing. Like, horror kind of disturbing. Yeah. Not a game. I'm honestly surprised that's on the homepage right there. That is fucking wild. Probably won't be a while. Probably won't be a while before they get freaking banned for that right there. I'm gonna say, that is insane. Oh my god. You know what? I would have been okay with Bear Booba, but I can't even say if I can actually describe that though, because one, I'm also streaming on YouTube and I'm streaming on Twitter or X. But oh my god, dude, that is fucking. That was so fucking disturbing right there. It's horror kind of disturbing again. I am surprised it did not get banned. That's like on the first page when you scroll down. You're like looking, you want to see. That's on the homepage right there. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Unless that's my feed, then I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't be watching the horror stuff on Twitter. Not Twitter. Twitch. Also, I don't think that counts as horror. I think that's just cruel. And what the fuck is wrong with you? That's crazy. Again, I would like to show that, but I don't know if I'm allowed to do that on the other platforms, because you know this is I do multi-platform. Oh my god, dude! Like, what the fuck? Because I was just talking about, I was like, oh, remember like the hot tub streams and all that right there, where you know we got to see all that. Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it was, and I was gonna say, oh, let me look at the examples. I was gonna say, look, I see like 3 of them right now. I didn't see any one of them, which is, you know, surprising. I saw a lot of VTubers, a lot of female VTubers. More than usual, which I'm okay with. Why are most of them cats and dogs? See, I'm a lion. I'm a cooler cat. I mean, it's technically a cat, but I'm a badass cat. You see, I'm like an attack. I'm like a helicopter. Just think about helicopters. You see, you just got a regular helicopter right there. That's just a cat. That's the cat VTuber. You see, I'm an Apache. I'm a fucking beast. I'm a fucking legend. Just like, I can't. I'm sorry, chat. I can't fucking keep a straight face saying that. It's just like, you're an Apache. What? Yeah, I'm an Apache. I go in there, come out. I'm fucking quick as fucking boy. I was just like, alright, okay, cool. I mean, but let's get into play some Azure Lane, and then we could do some reaction videos, because I know I didn't do that on Sunday, mainly for the fact that we had a guest, you know, for our month right there, and that was a totally. Again, guys, if you haven't checked them out, you gotta check them out. I'll be most disappointed. Also, they have the power of God in anime too, so just be very, very, very afraid of that. Twitch, we have just changed over to Azure Lane as the category. YouTube and X, Twitter, whatever you want to be called. You guys should be 100% okay. Unless that gets changed too, then I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm still learning. That's my defense. But let us get into some Azure Lane and finish up some stuff. I know I did get on earlier today just to do something, but not like anything too serious. Nothing too serious, but let's get into some fun. Alright, there we go. Let me just... Alright. See, chat, this is what I was saying. Chat, I want this. Chat, I acquire this right now. The Musashi one. Maybe the Enterprise. You know what? Both of them. We need both of them. Chat, I want both of them. I want this one, and I want this one. Chat, that is what I want for Valentine's Day. Full thing. With or without the... Okay, just was like, okay, Sin. Alright, calm down. Calm down. Also, I want Mug. Mug looks cool. They have no stickers, do they? They don't have stickers. Why no stickers? The line is most disappointed. Oh shit. Ah! Booba! Okay. Ah! More booba! Ah! Right after I was talking about like the hot tubs and all that on on Twitch, and then I feel like chat's looking at me with those daggers. You're like, uh-huh. And you were saying, Sin? You were saying about the hot tubs? In my defense, give me like 30, 40 hours and I'll come back to you on that right there for a defense. Sound like a deal? Okay. That's, I think chat does not believe that. They're like, yeah, okay. Alright. Ooh, red goes to red. Yeah, I'm working to get my Belfast done too. I need, as much as I would like to buy one of those, I would very much like to say. Also, I don't have enough. I have 400 now. What this guy got? Oh my god. Alright, that's actually pretty impressive right there. Interact with one ship on your dorm. I completely forgot to give him food. Chat's just like, what? You forgot to feed the waifus? I'm sorry. What? There we go. I've interacted with one of them. Also, hang on, train. Alright, 150. Alright, so let's get all of them cleared out really quick. And let's see. Okay, 132, 119, 34. Oh yeah, you can only do 4. I hate that. I hate that so much. Alright, build. Alright, we do have to see if we can retire any of them. Nope. I think it was... Okay, I need to check. All right. Indomitable. She is good, so I can probably do this. Actually, that's a lie. Okay. I honestly don't know where she's at. You know, here we go. Look. So I can get Hood all the way maxed out right now. So now we don't have to worry about her anymore. So I'm like, oh my god, we finally got her full from the stars. Alright, let's see. What's the next one I had again? I forgot. Yeah, let me get this. Alright, there you go. Build. Next one was Illustrate. Okay. Then Centaur. Gotcha. Okay. I think they might be at the bottom. Okay, we can only get. Okay, well, that one I'll wait for. That one I shall wait for. That one I'm okay with waiting. Where is she? Where is she? Okay, maybe Centaur. Oh, wrong one. I was like, wait a minute. Something ain't adding up right here. They look exactly the same. They're elves, right? Oh no, actually no, I lied. I fucked up. Chat's just like, oh my god, Sin, how dare you? The audacity of this lion. In my defense, I cannot read. Readings for nerds. I have spoken. And then Prince Eugene and Illustrator. Okay. I don't even... Dude, wait, hang on. I got close to the bottom. I would have sworn I had her leveled up a lot more. I guess not. Oh no, here she is. Oh no, that's all? Oh god, I think that's all we have. Oh no. Oh no. No. No, why? Okay, I'm stupid. I don't have any more. That was it. Prince Eugene and then that. And I'm pretty sure Prince is... She's at 2, so she needs 2 stuff. Damn. Well, that's unfortunate. That sucks. See, I guess we can go. With them. Actually, we'll do this because I know some of them need the rest right now, so I will do that. Also, let's see, what do we have? Okay, defeat flagship, defeat all, and I would have sworn we defeated all enemies. I guess not. I guess that was a lie. I would have sworn we did that last time. I forgot to get them. I was like, what? I'm moving around. It's not responding. What happened? I was like, oh wait, it's set up to the other one. Dude, like, probably when I come back and start streaming, like, once I tell you guys, like, oh, because I'm going to be taking probably like a hiatus. I'm going to be using the laptop. Since I'm probably going to be, you know... Yeah, it's going to be the laptop. It's probably going to be a little scuffed at first, though, but I'm trying to get everything already fully prepped on there, though. And then, you know, what I'm using right here, like, to capture the gameplay. That's going to be good. 'Cause I think the only thing I'll be using the laptop for is just for my VTube model and OBS. I'm probably going to have to turn off the throws, at least until like VTube Studio adds like an integration for that stuff, which I honestly do not know if they will add that in at any point later on in the future. I honestly feel like they should, you know, have it integrated so you have like less stuff popped up, opens, and you know, taking up space. Especially if you're already streaming, you know, you're gonna have OBS running or whatever streaming platform or program you have. Use it on any platform. Primary one is OBS.
知ることは天井に勝つことですよ。
罪汚れを罰助せ。
どちらが上か思い知らせて。
But you don't have to worry about me leaving too soon, though. That's probably gonna be like a few weeks down the line. I'm trying to get like most of the videos set up before then. That's why, because it's probably gonna be like 8 weeks, 7.5 weeks right there. And then we'll be back. Probably want to talk a bit, and then I actually I don't know. I don't know what to do then. All I know is that I have an objective. I must blow stuff up.
主のため障害を取り除くのはメイドの務めです。敵の皆様、次は少々痛くなります。
I must be using the internet though with the fan and all that though. You know, where I am and where I work, I'm able to probably watch videos of how we stay with the family and all that. I was like, oh, thank God I don't have to. But I honestly feel like with this one, it's like, oh, I guess that was a good thing while it lasted. What a shame. At least they got a little bit more better options. At least besides, you know, just like always in freaking Texas though. Or New Mexico. Yeah, those are the options right there. It's like, I don't want to stay right there. I want to go see new stuff. I did go to Alaska like one time that was work related, which did not make it, which it felt okay, but it also didn't feel good because it was, you know, work related though. The only reason why I'm like I'd rather go to Alaska is because I'm closer to Japan, and that is the primary reason why. Just gonna say, what about California? California goes, shut your mouth. California is literally sinking by dirt, fire, and water right now. What the fuck do you mean? Those are going to be the things that get you. Your property and yourself are either going to get struck down by fire, water, or earth. Which is funny because if it's air next, then essentially California has turned into the last Avatar, or an Avatar at best. It was always the Fire Nation, chat. Always has been, always will be. Time for you to look on your meds again. No, I'm telling you the truth. That's exactly how it is in Tokyo. I think everybody has seen it right now. I honestly feel like if you're not from the US, I'm pretty sure you know California is literally either, you know, people are getting struck down by fire, water, and earth. Which is absolute insanity. I want to cry if I actually have to go to California. I don't want to go to California because mainly the reason why is because one, as I just said, like all that stuff is going on. Also, just living there is expensive. Very expensive. I mean, Alaska is expensive too, but the insurance is not high. Well, I would assume it's not high. I would be very surprised if it's actually
戦場の様子はすでにお見通し。戦場で生き残れるのは強き者だけだ。
But it could also still be Texas because I'm not surprised.
どちらの上か思い知らせて知ることが勝つことですよ。
You know what's funny? Because I actually had like someone
知ることは勝つことですよ。
that I was well that I met.
どちらの上か思い知らせて
Not like it wasn't anything like crazy like that. I was just like talking to them and they were saying like, oh, like you like, oh, like don't you need like a passport to go to New Mexico? Something inside me was about to snap at them. Like, honest to God, I actually was about to snap at them. I was like, you do know New Mexico is part of the United States. You're thinking of Mexico, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I was like, yep. Yep, that just happened. Which is crazy. Like, I don't know, like, Mama Line was telling me something like that happened too. And it's like, do people not pay attention in school? They're thinking of Mexico. I wonder if people are under the assumption that New Mexico must be a new type of Mexico. Yes. That's the reason right there. Like, because it's New Mexico. It's still Mexico. I'm thinking that's how people think now. Which if that is how they think, I don't like it. The lion is not amused. Hurry this. I knew I should have had the Shimakaze one. My bio. Ah! Oh, okay. I freaked out. Alright, 902. Torpedo Rush. The enemy's close commander, which will win out, the Sakura torpedoes or the Eagle unit? I don't know. That's a good question. Man, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. I want to get one of these. Kronstadt. Kronstadt looks like a tsundere. Not like how I act, because that's obviously a lie. You guys that are obviously saying false information to others. We already got Shimakaze, but then we have Vaughn, and then that's only a few of them. I send the lion, will make 5 ships and press finish all. If we get the Titulis, okay, we got Titulis. Cow, we got a massive W. No, wait, San Francisco. Oh, there's a new one. Wait a minute. He's got the devil horns. Okay, you know what? I have a thing for devil horns. Alright, I already have that. I already have them. So I got Rodney. The lion is most disappointed. But we still take it as a W at the end of the day. Skip. Alright, thank you. Let's see what events they have. Grand opening vote. Okay, yeah, no, don't have that one. I forgot. Oh yeah, because this is already fun. Which of the following Oil consumes oil. Which, when out at sea, was the most reliable means of communication with people on land? Via carrier pigeon. Church is like, Sin, I swear to God, if you choose that, I want to choose that. I want to choose this carrier pigeon. You know it's not. I wanted to do that anyway. I wanted to see what someone would walk in and say, like, Sin, don't do it. Don't do it. Fix carrier pigeon. Chat, I won't be honest with you. Carrier pigeons are going to come back. I'm telling you this right now. You guys think I'm stupid and crazy, but I bought like a lot of pigeons that I'm turning into carrier pigeons. Okay, that's a lie. I bought a lot of carrier pigeons because I thought there was supposed to be something else. So I feel like I got like scammed. So I have like a shitload of carrier pigeons that I'm trying to get rid of. I had them, but chat, I'm telling you, carrier pigeons are going to come back. Carrier pigeons are going to come back. Trust me, bro. One day. One day. Oh, guys, getting faster. Okay. Perfect. Great. Okay. Concentration mode activated. Hyper feline sin. Okay, fuck. Okay, hyper feline sin sucks. Okay. All right, I did it. How many did I miss? I missed 2. We got a combo of 19. The score of 5,790. I blame chat on that horrible, horrible score. You know what you have done, chat. The lion is most disappointed. Chat's just like, damn, I didn't even get to. I didn't even do anything. You did everything. Don't lie to me like that. What? Oh, I completely forgot about you two. Finish. Oh. Let's see, who do we have? Growl and Potato. Got it. We will use them and consume them. That's just like, wait, Sin, you just consumed cats. What the fuck, dude? Shut your mouth. 226. That's in 7.5 days. Chat, shut the fuck up. I'm not good at math and days of the week. I forgot my days of the week. Let's see. Who's 100 vegan? Oh, okay, that's 100 vegan. Gives you this. We forget about that every time. Oh, sorry, I got her. So the lion is most pleased on that outcome. The lion is not pleased on that I accidentally clicked on that outcome. Damn. I hate when that happens. Okay, cute. All right. Sure. Damn, they don't have any that's... fine. I guess we'll go with this one. And my queues are full. The line is most disappointed from that. So let me give these people their things right here. I am giving out oil to all those that need it. Chester's like, wait a minute. This line's giving out oil? What the fuck, dude? Claim. Go. Oh, yeah, still need to get Cleveland. Enhance the ships 10 times. Oh, I still need to get her. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Ooh. Damn, I still need to get all 3 stars though. Why is there so much stuff that needs to get done? Why? Why? Alright. Let's see. Oh, we've already been here for an hour though. I'm mostly just chatting though, and I already finished most of the stuff though. Commander, I was passing by and I saw you in a daze. Your brow was I can speak. Furrowed, and your eyes were wandering. I have seen them seen like that before. Wait, who is this? Oh, this is Cheon. Oh yeah, I see right here. Oh. Yeah, I forgot too for some reason. Oh, you mean my writing style? We may be chatting via text, but I feel like I would be more serious when talking to you. Why I start writing like this without really thinking about it? You don't mind it, do you? Of course not. No, no big deal either way. You just might have to argue with this. That's just, what? I can't read. That's really I'll continue to keep writing like this if you don't mind. Anyways, I was just going to say, I keep an eye on everything related to you. Okay. Wait. Anyway, I was going to... Okay. Alright, if you want to talk about whether it's been happy or troubling, you're always free to come speak to me. I'll be there for you and listen to every word you have to say. Can I stop? Can I talk to you when nothing's bothering me? Smug. Of course, you can chat with me anytime you want. In fact, I love nothing more than to live it every day without any woes. Okay? If you're free of troubles right now, would you mind hearing out one of mine? No. Just like, damn, face. Just joking. Of course I would. Don't tell me it's the apart from entering the kitchen. I was gonna tell you, but there was not the thing I wanted to talk to you about. No, the trouble of mine is something much more simple than that. It's the anime tutorials. I know it's troubling for most. The fact that you and I have so little time spending together lately. I can't fault for you being busy with your job, but people naturally are a little selfish. Yeah, I'm no exception. I do not know what you're trying to say. But we will talk. Master negotiator. You really mean it? Wonderful. Has your office right away. Wait, what? What's happening here? Chat, I just got money. Chat, I just got money. I got money. Wait, hang on, that's not a lot of money. Oh, this is for the Happy New Year. Oh my god, I fucking missed out on it. No! Good news, I just got divided, divined. And it said the collective luck of the New Year is only going to get better and better. What an auspicious omen. I do not know what that means, but it sounds awesome. Just like, goddamn it, Sid. Ah, it's past midnight. I was wondering why my notifications were exploding. Happy news, everybody. Here comes another red envelope. I'm rich! What the fuck? Whoever's the lucky person now is your turn. Dang it, I didn't get it again. I've been gypped.
システムセルフチェック中。
I've been robbed.
未知のエラーを検出しました。
It was a
原
lucky.
因不明です。
I've been robbed again.
指揮官の存在を
I
検
know
出
it's
する
not
と
a skill issue.
システム効率が
Trying to
著
figure out
し
how
く
to
上昇。
send red envelopes. I still want my
理解
help.
不
I
能
want
で
it.
す。
Are you done yet? Okay. I think that's yes. I got gypped again. Ah. Just a sec. God. You couldn't figure it out. I sent it on her behalf. What the heck is this? I only got 6. That's even less than less each time. I don't know. Some are lucky, others are not. The lucky number is the
システムセルフチェック中。未知のエラーを検出しました。原因不明です。
Damn. They're trying the
指揮
cope.
官の
See,
存
chat
在を
has
検
the
出する
copium.
とシステム効率が
I've won
著しく上昇。理解不能です。
I want big. What am I? I went to commander and there's no isn't it? It's somewhere in between. I made a mistake on purpose. Chat, I'm fucking rich. I didn't even know they actually had this.
System セルフチェック中。
Finished with my late night meal too.
未知のエラーを検
Wait,
出
late
しま
night
し
meal?
た。
What?
原因不明です。指揮官の存在を検出するとシステム効率が著しく上昇。
Alright.
理解不
Respond.
能です。
Text. Power of text. Power of God in hand. Okay. Celebration. Alright, cool. I completely forgot about that. I always forget that's a thing. That's like a lot of dialogue. I have no time of going into that. I can only do it for so long before my brain's just like, alright, fuck it, bro. Just go with it. Just... That's how I'm sorry. That's how my brain goes right there. It's just like, you know, fuck it. Brain goes off. That is all. I gotta get to 9 out of 4 to get the next one. I know chat's now looking at this saying, Sin, looking at your secretaries and which ones you have the most, I'm starting to feel like there's a trend on what you like. No, that's just a coincidence, trust me. 100%. That's just a coincidence. No, I can't get more oil. No.
確認。時報モードが有効です。指揮官、現在このタイムゾーンでの時刻は
Oh, new modules. Okay, hang on. Ooh. Aw. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. And I just remember this too for... Oh, can we make that? I don't know if we can we? I want to say yeah. I kind of figured that one's going to be Belfast. I don't know why. You know, it's just the, you know, punch first, ask questions later. Okay. I was gonna say, that one seems more like a Royal Navy one, but I don't think I know anything anymore. Is that an ice cream? That's an ice cream pop. Why is there ice cream pops here? Explain. Oh, okay, guess that was it. Oh. Alright, so I guess I gotta get some of them. Alright. Pretty sure I can make one of those now, so I think I'm
危なか
okay.
ったらゆうちゃんが守ってくれる。お兄ちゃん
Okay, well, there's nothing there. Well, that sucks. I'm disappointed. Well, damn.
今考えると
I don't remember. Let's see. Domino.
ご主人様の意
There's
図
something on Belfast. 'Cause I
Tokuni.
forgot about that. Oh yeah, there we go. Much better. We have the tech chat. We have the gauntlets. We have the power of punching things. Let's fucking go. What else more do we need, chat?
指揮官が悪いのよ。こんなに可愛い
I forgot I don't have the limit break. God damn you. God damn you,
正しい
Passin.
ことをし
Look
よう
what
と
you
す
have
る意志
done.
さえあれば
Okay, so
それ
that's
を
the
口にしな
lands.
くて
I
も
don't think she
人は
has anything. No, she doesn't. Damn. She actually doesn't have anything. But she's the best one, though. Because she's, you know, Baltimore class and Birmingham. Josh was like, what's in? Nothing? Nothing. I'm not going to finish that thought. It was, I was just thinking the thoughts out loud again. That's all it was.
危なかったらゆうちゃんが守ってくれる。
And I know she doesn't have anything, which I find that weird. I would have sworn she did have something. I know
指揮
Javelin
官との距離がどんどん
has no, 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 I'm already out. No. All I have is a freaking hammer. Fuck do I think? The fuck does this game think I MC Hammer? No. MC Hammer is fucking weak, bro. Okay, I'm sorry. Just like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, no, I'm sorry. And, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to get my ass kicked by chat again.
海のパーシバルの出番
Strangely enough, again.
カメラマンジュチーム
I don't think she has anything either.
パシャ
Alright, we do it. Okay, so it's like RE7. So I want to go do something with chat. I want to go and react and see what videos that they have. Chat close says yes. We are done with the big Azure Lane Titules for the day. Yes. So just like really, aw. Quiet chat. So now I got some of these stuff we gotta react to. Also, I need to change the category before I forget, because and this is gonna be on Twitch side, by the way. Twitch, you might get hit with another ad just because it's Twitch. Also, I've been hearing some stuff that people have been saying, even though they have a Prime or a subscription, they're still getting hit with ads. I honestly do not know what the heck that's about. I'm still like looking into that though. I've been hearing that lately, and it's like I honestly feel like that would be dumb if that was the case, you know? Like you buy, or you know, you gifted a sub to somebody or use the Prime so you can support your favorite streamer and also not have to deal with ads, but then you still get ads, and yeah. I want to watch this one though. And this one is from Mojam. This is the Abandoned Vale. This is hang on. I can't even read it.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, but this one, oh my god, I want the mold, man. This one says shows Abandoned Vale Guard for janking about and then hypothetically crashes out over grifters. That sound, and this game already came out, and I was very curious because I was gonna watch that, but it's already the 19th, so I'm curious to see how has this aged over the day, chat. And this is going to be the Sunday's reaction, by the way.
Here
So today we're going to be talking about Avowed because we've gotten some recent developments regarding this game that is leaving a lot of people at the very least underwhelmed and at the most pretty concerned about how this game is going.
I'm just gonna say this though. I know they had like a beta. That's all I remember because I wasn't a big, like, oh, I like Avowed. I mean, the art style looks very unique. I will say that much. It looks very, very unique. I don't like it though. It looks like I'm about to go on an adventure that involves drugs, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure people are gonna say no. I don't see that. It's like, okay, that's like something that like back in like high school that when I took, it's like I'm gonna be quiet because then chat's gonna probably raise like a few eyebrows if I were to finish that sentence. But just to say, it's still going to that right there. Yeah, not a good thing. But I just don't like the way how that looks. It looks too stupid, but it looks like I have to be high in order to have a fun time, and that's not a good thing. Because why do I have to spend extra money to have a fun time?
Going to pan out. We're also going to look at some Veilguard shills, some ex-shills for BioWare who are now pivoting over to Avowed as their next target for their content. Now, Avowed has been something that has some promise on the surface, but the closer you look at it, the more and more stuff starts to...
I just realized that right now. It's Obsidian, right? Yeah. I think Obsidian has not been in good favor for a while. I think even before this got released. So
to look concerning. Beginning with stuff like this. I mean, this is straight out of the modern audience playbook right here.
I remember that because I covered on Sunday. I saw that. No, was it one of the Sundays? No, I think I tweeted that. And I was just like, brother, what do you mean? It doesn't come with the disc, but this is the premium edition of it. It's the physical edition. It's a physical edition, but without the game. You know what's funny? Hang on. Oh my God. Chat, I honestly feel like it's going to be a future. Hang on. Likes. Shit. No. Ah, shit. Sorry. Chat. Ah, chat. Don't chat. The likes have been exposed. Ah. Replies. I'm trying to find it. I'll see. Look. See, Avowed's right there. Because I remember I saw this. It's not looking too good because I think that was the beta, right? 17th. 16th, 17th. Yeah, so this is the 18th. Today's the 9th. Ooh. I think it's doing better. Chat's probably now looking at me like, Sin, why do you have cakes on your like? Shut your mouth. How about that? You have seen too much. Sand in the eyes. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Saw that. Oh, here we go. See, like, it's gonna go like, because I saw this article. I read that, and I was like, brother, what the fuck, dude? And so right there, I even put a summary, and this is actually what they put out. I did not make this shit up. Right here. Bath scenes have been removed. Adjustments have been made to kissing and romance scenes. Adjustments have been made to harsh language and crude jokes. And I put as an add-on right there because I honestly felt like it needed it. Might as well remove hand-holding, talking to people of same sex or opposite sex. So just talking to people in general. And then I just put you know what? Fuck it. Just remove the game. You know what? Better yet, sell people nothing and charge them for it. Bro, it's getting, dude. That right there, this right here, it's gonna go right there. Also, I do apologize on the booba and all the butts that you guys saw. Most of them were Mila, but she sounds cute. So that's not how she looks. 100%.
Charging $95 for a premium edition of this game that claims it's the physical copy of Avowed, despite the fact it doesn't.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh right there. Okay.
Come with a disc. Like, that's insane. Like, you're not going to own your products and you're going to be happy about it, is pretty much the attitude here.
It was just
Then
like
we
an
had
average
this whole
Ubisoft,
controversy
bro.
with this Matt Hansen individual, the art director for
Bro,
Obsidian,
that's...
who had this unhinged meltdown when Elon
Oh,
Musk
I remember
criticized
this.
the fact that Avowed has forced pronouns in it. And he said basically that he's making this entire game to spite Elon Musk specifically, which is an insane.
Chat, this that was there before the final elections went in. Yeah. Yeah, he's fucking cooked, bro. If I remember correctly, didn't he pay for the, like, you know the thing I have too, cuz it's to show that, you know, I'm stupid and I'm and I would, yeah, like right there, the verified thing, to know that there was only one sin the line and I'm stupid enough to pay for the verification on there. Yeah, you're welcome, cuz I'm stupid enough to do that. And I'm able to look at a lot more stuff on Twitter in case I find something pretty fucking crazy. Since I am trying to do this in day talk and all that, and you know, that's the only way I can find stuff. Yeah. Didn't they have that? And that's like, was it like $10 that you give Elon just to have that a month? But I think he had that one, or yeah, no, he had the blue one. He didn't have the gold one, but he had the blue one. But that means he's independently, you know, putting down his own money for that blue check mark. I wonder if God is silent just because he doesn't want to, you know, say anything on the atrocities and the crazy shit that we do. Or is it just to teach us a lesson? I will never know. But I feel like I'm getting close to that answer now.
Insane thing to do. And also there was a tweet where they basically said if you're a black artist in their realm of their profession, you're going to get priority over white artists, which is an insane and possibly
racist right
illegal thing to say.
Actually,
then you look at the art itself.
Actually, no, that is racist. That's 100% racist. What the fuck, dude?
Right? And again, modern audience in a nutshell. Very bland, very androgynous. A lot of people are very underwhelmed by these designs.
That's like the face of someone
and part of the problem too is that they also have this godlike feature. I mean, part of what they're trying to do with the character creation process is to make things.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this about, bro? This looks like something out of The Last of Us Part 3, and it's not, and you know, it's not a part that anyone asked for. Why is there fungus growing everywhere? Is this God mode? What the fuck? Godlike features. Bro, this looks like we're playing Last of Us Part 3, but this is like a fan-made version of it. What the fuck? Only reason why I'm not looking forward to this one is because now I actually see that now, yeah. So these are godlike features? But that's fungus. I think this person is I think they played a lot of you know, like that Naughty Dog game, The Last of Us, the first one and the second one, a little bit too much. And then they did the remake like 4 times, played through the whole thing, expecting something different to happen, but it's the same result at the end of the day. Also, I honestly feel like that's probably like some throwing at some people who do that though. I mean, chat. How many of you guys actually did buy that, you know, part 1 or part 2 of The Last of Us for the 4th or 5th time? Brother, you guys buy that and you think like it's going to have a different result every time. I'm sorry, but we already know the whole story. Because it came out like what, like PlayStation 3. So and then they did it on like what was it, like an upscaling for PS4, and that was it. And it was, and dude, that was like fucking it. It wasn't even a lot though. It was like $20 when they were still fucking cool. But you know, now they're like, you know what? We need to cut up in small sections. We need to cut up in quarters and then charge like $50 for it. And you guys still buy that too. Like, what the fuck? Like, you guys expect like a different result to happen from that. I'm sorry. I'm like, but this is what this reminds me of. It like Last of Us Part 3, but just like the fan made version of it. Which, if that is the case, like let's just forget Part 2 happened. Like, you know, the second part, the second Last of Us. You know, let's just forget that one happened, and this is just Last of Us 3 with Joel still alive, miraculously.
Things monstrous, right? But you look at this and it's strange because on the one hand, they look very detailed, right?
So
But somehow at the same rate, they look very boring and quite frankly bad. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that. I mean, there's definitely people out there who enjoy this sort of a design here, but I guarantee a lot of people watching this right now, yeah, they're probably not sold on stuff like this. And it seems like Avowed on their official.
Bro, what the fuck? What is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that the character? Oh my god. I really hope, bro. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, I do sometimes character customizations where I'm like, what the fuck is that? That looked like the oh my god, that's like the curse, like, you know that the sexy Squidward thing that people always do? Dude, that's like the opposite of that right there.
Account here is really running with this and showing just how monstrous you can make these characters, trying to flex their system. But I don't think people are really too hyped about how ugly you can make the characters. At the very least, though, I can think about for making like perfect thumbnail images. Like they really handed it over to a bunch of YouTubers who are going to be talking about this. But anyways, the next realm of conversation is something pretty new here.
He's like,
where we have this Carrie Patel individual who's the game director and senior narrative designer at Obsidian.
It's like, all right,
so why are people talking about this individual? Well, she's been doing a lot of basically the media circus, right? She's going around trying to get interviews with anyone she can, including a lot of smaller YouTubers, medium-sized YouTubers. She's just trying to get the word out about Avowed, and whether or not that's a sign that they're worried this game doesn't have enough interest.
So she's talking to random, okay. I don't know if she's still doing this or not, but I'm just going to say this right now. If she's still doing that, you guys made a Last of Us 3. And not even a good version of it. I mean, I honestly feel like I played Last of Us 2. Even though that one has its flaws. Like, by the way, it has a fuckload of flaws. There's a shitload of flaws on that. That I really do not want to go into detail because that's going to be a whole new video on itself. So to be 100% honest with you on that.
Or not, that's really up to you. But there was one interview in particular I found very interesting, is with Min Max here, and there was a lot of questions asked. Of course, there was no question about, you know, what are you doing with this Matt Hansen individual who spoke as a art director of your company and disparaged a bunch of people? Are you going to say anything about this person? Well, of course, no one's going to ask those hard questions. But throughout this nearly 13-minute long interview, I thought there was some good answers coming out of her. I think overall, she did a pretty good job and said some things that I think people will look forward to. But there's one comment in particular that just really rubs me the wrong way, and it should rub you the wrong way.
I don't even know what the comment is because I'm a little late on that. Hello, Lola Ampa. Oh my god, my doggo's name is Lola. You popped on my feed for your page. Oh well, hello there. Hello, Lola's paw. Lola's on pause. Hope you're having a most wonderful day.
As well. Let's listen.
Did you design areas with the kick in mind?
We designed a lot of falls with various impulse abilities in mind. Kicking is not your only way of yeeting.
But there's going to be a lot of that, and people just like, la-di-da, walking along a cliff and stuff.
There's going to be enough to keep you satisfied, yes.
Did you always plan on supporting a third-person camera in the game?
Yes.
Is a little jank kind of a good thing?
You gotta accept a little jank to do something fun and creative, I think.
Okay.
What? Wait, but I swear. Oh, I love dogs. I love doggos. I always like dogs. I like doggos, catos, birds, little fish. Not because I'm a cat, though, because I'm a lion VTuber. But of course, well, I mean, I do love fish, but I like chickens, too. I really like chicken. What are we talking about? I got hungry there for a second. It's not because I'm a lion. It's that's not the reason. That's not the reason, I swear. But yeah, I mean, like, so if you buy a game, like it's like I say, it's like when you buy a game, you want the full product to be done. I mean, right now they're looking and charging games as $100. I honestly feel like the game should be 100%, you know, or at least like 95% bug free of like and actually be playable and not like pushed out too early. And there's like a lot of issues that are going on, you know? I I like that's the only time I might actually justify that right there for $100. Like if the game is actually, you know, but even then though, like even then, like when the games are like $60, it's like, dude, you know, but we're spending $60 and I don't want like it's like you're buying a car. It's like you're buying a car and they're like, oh well, we're gonna add in an engine at some point, but there you go, that'll be 50K. But I really don't like pit bulls because I got bit one by before and they give me trouble. Oh yeah, pit bulls are very scary. Pit bulls are very scary. I had an incident with a pit bull a long time ago. It almost went down the same way though, but that it was multiple pit bulls. They jumped the fence. Let's just say that the lion did not know the lion can run that fast. Am I a cub now? Am I watching you? Yeah, you're a cub.
So referring to the game, she's saying it's going to be jank. It's going to be janky. It's going to be possibly like riddled with issues or bugs or things like that. And
But
I take a
game,
great
though,
issue with
doesn't
that.
have any.
If people are going to be paying a premium AAA price for your game, no, there should not be an expectation of jankiness in the game. It should.
I mean, like games, right? Like okay, games, and I can't believe I want to say this though, but games have been like that for like the past like since like 2017 and all. You know, it's insane, but it's the thing is, no one really actually like you know we as a collective whole did not say anything, so they just went off with it. Oh my god, thank you for the subscribe, Lola. We got 2 Lolas now. Let's go. But I mean, it's just like when I get a game, I want it to be the best game that the developers can make. You know, man, sorry, my allergies are acting up. But it's like I just want to play a game that's 100% finished. Like I don't care how long it takes. Like if it takes you like 2 years and you're behind schedule, you know, I honestly feel like people again are okay with that as long as the game is okay. That's that like I'm just saying like how many of you guys like would you want a game that like worst case scenario? This is what happens like since they're going to not actually care with the jankiness. Okay. And I know some of you guys who probably did not think about this, but you know, it's like the 2 Lolas? Yes, because I got Doggo Lola. And now I got a Lola on YouTube. I got 2 Lolas. But it's like, you know, you like, okay, because I know some of you guys have PlayStation 3s and Xboxes. I know that 100%. But what happens if you buy a game, all right? And this was before you bought the game. You had your PlayStation or Xbox, and it works fine. You know, you had fun with it. You played some games that you already had on there, and then you see this new game. Let's call it a puppy walking simulator 2008, 2028, and you downloaded the game once it got released and you see all these issues that are currently going on like you know the jankiness and all that stuff, and you know you're like, oh well, it can't be that bad. You download the game, you then you know once it got fully downloaded and you're able to play it, you went into the game, and then your whole console just shuts down. sorry, my allergies are acting up right there. But like, just think about that, and then you're like, okay, maybe if I unplug it and plug it back in, you do that, and then the console still does not respond. Like when it just happened, like so the game broke your console. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, what happens if something like that happens? What are you going to do? Like, I honestly feel like people should be afraid of something like that. You know, if there's like issues and they're not wanting to test it, it's like, oh my God. Because like consoles are like expensive now, like, especially with the new, you know, that new PlayStation that's coming out, especially with that new Nintendo Switch, like all that stuff. It's like, especially right now, is what I've been told, and people have been sending me all this stuff lately for Sunday Talk. I saw one thing that I'm actually very concerned about, and that is electronics are going to go up because they're going to be doing extra tariffs on chips for the, like, you know, devices, not like potato chips, guys, like, come on. Yes, they're going to be charging like more money for potato chips. No, I'm talking about like the computer chips. But that, like, you're going to pay like probably like maybe close to like not like $1,000 for this stuff now. And you buy like a game that's $100, and then that $100 game that's not even fully finished and tested out breaks your whole console, and now you've just lost $1,000 if you did not get the protection. And to be fair, with how a lot of the big AAAs are going right there, like with Sony and Xbox, they really like, and this actually happened. Like, this happened to a friend. His Xbox stopped working for some fucking reason. So he had the not membership. He had the service plan from Xbox, like, you know, officially from them, because that's where he got it from. And dude, they gave him such a hard time. They really did. Like, just for something so simple, they were really like not wanting to give in. And I'm like, but you paid for it. Like, that's not your fault that it just like stopped working all of a sudden. But oh my God, like, dude, just imagine if that happens. I honestly feel like people, like, regardless of who they are, like, with the jankiness and all that, and they're not testing stuff, like, dude, if that happens to your PC and you can't turn it on because the moment you put that game in, and then you go on somewhere else and you see like lots of people have been reporting the same thing, then you're gonna be very pissed at the game studio. And it's not like you can, I mean, I'm pretty sure people could do like a class action lawsuit because they didn't test the product and all that. But even then, you're not going to get your exact money back. That's the issue.
Could be molded. I mean, there's always going to be some issues on release, but just openly stating that, yeah, there's going to be things wrong, that's not worth a pre-order price that is already extremely large. Okay, this reminds me of the term we have seen before in the gaming industry. It's MVP, minimal viable products. Basically meaning, I don't like that. A game is like just good enough to release. It's just good enough. It's not great. It's not perfect. It's just functional. And it'll go out there and people can start buying it. And that is a very annoying concept, and honestly a disrespectful one to customers, by basically saying, you're just going to buy this anyways. We don't care if there's a bunch of bugs and issues with the game. We just want to push product as fast as we can and move on to the next project. And I see people running defense for this, saying, oh, well, you know, the jankiness thing, it exists in other big AAA titles that ended up being good.
As I was saying, yeah, it's exactly how it is. And it shouldn't, like, it shouldn't be that way. Like, chat, if you buy a car for 50K or 60K, the dealership doesn't go around saying, all right, here's the car. By the way, it doesn't have an engine. We may, like, if you bring the car back, we may potentially put in an engine. Like, just think of that's exactly what they're doing. We may put the engine in. Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll put in some other stuff too to help out. But eventually we may get to the engine. I fucking hate that. I really do.
Okay, that's not an excuse. That was an issue with them too. They shouldn't have had that as well. But that's kind of the approach. It's like going to a car dealership and trying to buy a new car.
Oh my God.
And the salesman says, here's this new car. By the way, you're going to pay full price for it, but the one headlight doesn't really work, and the engine might give out on you after, a couple miles. But
bro, people are gonna say pre-watched. I always say this so many times with the video games. I always use the car. It's like, bro, they like, we could have engine. Well, we may put some stuff in there, but eventually we might possibly put that engine in at some point.
But hey, a little jankiness is fun, right? Like, yeah, that's what we're talking about here. I don't really think this was a good thing to say, and again, like I said,
bro, I hate that.
The rest of the interview, a lot of good things to say, but this one right here really sticks, unfortunately, for her in this game.
Why?
Well, despite those comments and what I've been saying, a lot of people are completely unfazed by this. They don't care about the jankiness. They're ready to go all in on Avowed, including individuals like Eddie here, who we've talked about recently in a video. This was a huge Veilguard in BioWare shill who had a very rude awakening with the mass layoffs over at BioWare, and they've gone viral multiple times for clips involving Veilguard for reasons I'm sure they're not too happy about. But with everything going on with Veilguard and the collapse of BioWare, they're looking for a new home. They have to show something new, and Avowed is the main target. So who is this individual? Well, the first time they went viral, it was for these character creation options over at Veilguard. This was posted right around the time of release, and a lot of people were clowning on this. Let's listen to this to remind ourselves what was said.
But he, him, she, her, and they, them, and then your gender is man, woman, non-binary.
Bro, that sounds like a magician spell right there. What is that? I can't go delete it by my mom and she won't admit it. Kind of account. But that's not like a lot of stuff though. I mean, then again, I really don't care if it's like, what you identify as, because that's how I've seen that. Chat knows that I really don't care. It's like, dude, you can do that, but it's like, okay, if you're starting to make it a problem, like you're really trying to put that out there, and I'm like, okay, no, we heard you the first time. You don't have to say it like, like reinforce it like a second time. Hell, not even, I feel like a third time's really pushing it. And fuck, okay, a fourth time, okay, dude, you're one of them. I'm sorry. You're just alone. You got. I actually don't want to say that because that's just going to be mean. But I mean, chat probably knows what I'm going to say though. But it's like, dude, get yourself a dog, get yourself a cat. I don't know. Hang out with some people and then just fucking forget about it. That's all I can say. Get yourself a hobby. Get yourself a cat. Get yourself a dog. You know what? Get a lion. Lions are cooler. Trust me. People be talking about that. We may potentially eat you, but that's chat. Those are considered love bites. Or chomps. Those are love. Ooh, chomps. I mean, anyway.
Love that.
Love
the
that.
Anyway, Chess is like, wait,
surgery
love
scars
chomps?
are also included in this for all of our trans and non-binary roots
Those are
out
love
there.
chomps. Those are love bites. Regular cats do those too, chat. Regular cats do those love bites too. But those are the ones where we just claw onto your whole arm and rip it up and then bite you.
This is the modern audience gamer right here. Someone who feels the need to be represented in a video game at every step of the way. And with Veilguard, they have these player choice options with character creation that exist in other games like Baldur's Gate 3, for example. However, unlike that game, Veilguard and the preachiness and the wokeness of this game, it didn't stop at character creation and player choice. It extended into the game and became completely unavoidable.
I honestly feel like what they did here was like
while
really
you're getting
pushing. That's what I was saying.
finger
Like,
wagged in your face while
if you
you're
like
told
do it a second time
to
and a third time and a
not
fourth
be a
time,
bigot or drop in and pull a barb, you know, when you
really
misgender someone, and all these ridiculous scenes that honestly were not just preachy, but also the product of terrible writing as well. But seeing someone literally like being sold on a franchise for something like this is pretty insane. But they went off and they made Veilguard their whole content creation focus for months and months. I mean, you can see
Demi
it's just nothing but Veilguard. And of course, eventually reality hits. And we have this clip that went even more viral than the last one, where they realized after the BioWare layoffs just a few weeks ago.
And yeah, you know, they also go like they identify like kind of like with the same thing, but they really don't push that on that much though. That's what I'm telling you guys.
Veilguard chose.
Because for me, I'm pretty open-minded. I really don't care.
To represent, I guess. I don't know.
But if we talk about it, like how they do, then you're like, oh yeah. No,
however,
but they never bring that up.
It's just a lot. It's just a whole lot. Because now I'm in a position where I don't think BioWare is on my side.
They never were.
You know, it's crazy when you think about this, chat, but like if you've been in the game industry since, or let me say this more correctly. If you have been following the game industry, because I know a lot of you have, like, you know, like when you first got your PlayStation 3 and stuff like that, you're like, whoa, oh my God, look at these graphics. I'm pretty sure nowadays, if you show that to someone like younger, they're gonna be like, ew, what is that? What is this? Like 360p? What the fuck? You know, but you know, I mean, like, dude, like for you, you're like, whoa, these graphics are awesome. This is gonna make my childhood. And I'm pretty sure you guys like looked into all that stuff, you know, like the magazines, like, you know, what was it, Game Informer, when they still had that stuff? Wait, do they even still have that? I don't think they do. But you know what I mean? Like when they actually did give a little bit of a fuck on that right there. Pardon my French. But it like at that time, you're just like looking at all that, and then you just did your research and you see like most of these people, you know, they tend to go to other studios and do these other things too, and you're just like, wow, they move around a lot. And it's like, yeah, because, and then, you know, obviously when we finally matured and then you look back on it now, like as an adult, you're like, man, they must have still wanted to make video games, but there must have been something going on behind the scenes in that studio. 100%. I mean, that's how I was when I saw video games. I was like, wow. Like, I mean, the only reason why is because I got into Battlefield 3, okay? And then Call of Duty. And then primarily it was just Battlefield. And I was just like, wow. And I was like, oh my God, I wonder. So, you know how they do those credits? And I was just like curious. And I was like, wow, I want to see all these people and what they do. And I see them. And I was like, wow. And they're still there. Oh my God, I can't wait for the next game. And then, like, when that game came out, which was, you know, obviously Battlefield 4, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see them. And then they weren't even there, and they're just like, you're just like, nani? They're not there. What happened? And then, you know, yeah, so it's always been, you know, the big studios, you know, at the end of the day, again, as we were mature, we kind of knew like how it goes. At the end of the day, it's money. Money is the thing that keeps the studio going. They're going to get rid of people any way they can. And for what reason? Money. That's the reason why. And BioWare right there, they're saying like, oh, BioWare's not on my side. Why? Well, they're a studio. They're only there to make money. And if they can make money, whatever the trend is, they're going to do it. That's just how it is. I know people are probably not going to like that, but I mean, I hate that stuff too. But that's just how it is. That's just corporates in a nutshell. I think like Charlie did talk about that actually. Where he's talking about like, you know, evil companies, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, like that's majority of companies right there.
And that's
like choosing the lesser
I'm in
evil,
a position now where for the first time,
good.
I don't think BioWare has the right intentions.
Yeah, who would have thought the corporation cared about money and not whatever agenda that's being included. They just do whatever they think is going to make them the most money, and they thought it was pushing an agenda, and they guessed wrong. Times have changed, especially recently, and people are tired of games like Veilguard, and it shows. And unfortunately for Eddie here, they made the grim realization that they were basically just a useful idiot this entire time for BioWare in this game.
I'm a useful idiot,
and then you can see
but it's
immediately
for
turning
reasons.
on EA, saying the CEO can kindly shut the F up after suggesting that there should be live service elements, or should have been, with Veilguard. It's amazing how quickly people can turn on the hand that feeds. You know, you shill for this company, for these companies for a long time.
You know what's funny?
And all of a sudden when it's convenient
hang on. Like, for a little, like, in between for this session right here, for that right there, with the Veilguard. That news, was it new or old? No, it's like the new CEO. He was saying the reason why it failed is because they did not have a live service, and they did not monetize microtransactions up the wazoo. That's another reason why they're saying it failed. If they said they had to charge people for everything. Chat. Cosmetics would have been charged. Meaning, like, I know some of you did get that game, and I know some of you were probably like that. I think you guys would have been more pissed. Like, say you want to get a character that looks exactly like, because obviously that's exactly what Veilguard was. They're pushing that agenda stuff right there. We all know that. And I know if some of you guys don't agree with me, but you still bought that stuff anyways. Like, hey, how would you feel like if you have to spend like $50 on shit like that on a pack, but it only comes with one thing on there that you want, but you still get all this other useless shit? Yeah. Welcome to the video game industry right now. First time? Yeah. That's happened quite a bit. What, you weren't here for what like EA did in the past when it came with Battlefront 2? Not the original Battlefront 2, the 2.0 of Battlefront 2. But you didn't know about that? Wow. Oh man, that is a story right there. Let's just say I honestly feel like you may not like how it was going. By the way, people won. The mouse won, I should say. Well, the mouse is not winning right now, but that was like at the time of when it was going on. So yeah, because EA is very, very greedy, and they will always be that company. Why you think, like, and the people who are there, it's like, you didn't think it's EA. Everyone talked about EA in, let's just say, not in a good way. Before this actually started, people were never talking good about EA, and yet you all went in there thinking like, we have an agenda to push. They're not going to get rid of us because they care about us. Oh, sweet child. I guess I guess you fucked around and found out, because we already knew. We all knew, unfortunately. God, I really wish EA was, at that point, like a long time ago, I think they said like EA, the people who start EA said like EA should be something where like making games is considered an art, like an artwork. It needs to be protected. It needs to take its time, and let's just say that didn't go and pan well with newer people, and they're like, we need money. Like, Arthur, I got a goddamn plan, and it involves us making a lot of money. We're going to Tahiti. They did actually get to Tahiti. That's the good ending. Or bad ending. I don't know.
Jump ship. That's exactly what they do. And now they need
Thanks,
a new
EA,
home.
For making things
and
a lot
they
worse.
did this poll here, which I think is pretty
and,
funny.
For the people who did not realize it's EA,
how do you find my channel? Dragon Age or Mass Effect? Well, Mass Effect is out. That's not the next game to play because no one really seems to care too much about
Mass
that.
Effect died.
So what do we got? We got Avowed. And here is their 55-minute long video talking about whether or not you should buy Avowed.
Wait,
guess what their answer?
55 minutes. Okay, I honestly feel like that for 55 minutes, I honestly feel like that should summarize the whole game. Because I feel like Gameranx. How many of you guys watch Gameranx? That's the person that does like all those reviews for video games. They're not like a journalist like this, but even then they don't do anything like this. Like theirs is like probably like 14 minutes, 16 minutes, 17 minutes probably at max, but 55? Why you should buy that? Like, I'd rather watch that I honestly, and plus he'll tell you if it's good or not, and he'll say, okay, well these are the things I found wrong, but these are the things I liked. But he said, hey, if you want it, it's your call. These are the things that were pros and cons that I felt and saw, especially when it comes to bugs.
Answer is, by the way, but let's listen to the first couple of seconds.
I had a couple of people message me, not just on Discord, but on like Twitter and Blue Sky and stuff, saying, hey Eddie, are you going to be picking up Avowed when it comes out? And the honest answer is that I don't know anything about Avowed. I've never played any of the Pillars of Eternity games, so I'm brand new. So I thought we could dive into a couple of the trailers. If anybody here is a Pillars veteran or knows anything about Avowed, I have questions. So I thought that we could just have a little review session together and see what we think. Avowed deep.
That's all we need to see. They're going in blind, right? They've never engaged with this before. And yet you can see the Avowed story trailer from 7 months ago. Red bar to completion. Avowed Deep Dive. Xbox Developer Directs. Watch to completion. So they've clearly watched these videos before and they're trying to act like they've never seen anything about Avowed.
That's a lie.
But now they're trying to act like they've just stumbled into it. And as you can guess, it's 55 minutes of just gassing up Avowed and Obsidian. And yeah. So we're seeing a lot of tweets coming out because people have been criticizing Eddie for doing this whole pivot towards Avowed, and they're not doing too well. They're crashing out over it. You can see tweets like this. According to the grifters, I'm not allowed to play Veilguard.
No, we're not
also,
saying
according
that.
to the grifters, I'm not allowed to play any game I haven't played before. Grifter logic. I was on the fence with Avowed, but the more they bleat on about it, the more my wallet might slip.
Wow, I can't wait for you to spend like $90 on a physical copy for the game. What? There's no game? What? You spent $98 and almost close to $100. Skill issue.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely own the chuds. Just blindly giving over money to a corporation to own the people you don't like online. That'll definitely show them.
Wild.
But that to me sounds way more like a grifter than anything we're seeing up here, right?
No,
like
just sounds
someone
like
buying a game
very
out of spite
stable.
to just
but I'm a VTuber,
like,
so I'm not one
and
to speak.
make people angry. That sounds like something more of a grifter would do, right? And up here,
Well,
according to grifters, I'm not allowed to play Veilguard. Well, no, it just seems like when you make it your entire personality to shill for the company, and then the second it's convenient to leave, that sounds like a grifter. And also, again, with this mass pivot over to Avowed, it's clear it's just like the next home to go, right? Nobody knows what grifter means, by the way. It's just become people who I don't agree with online. Grifting is supposed to be someone going out and basically sharing an opinion that they don't actually believe, but they know their audience will like. And where are they proving this to anyone? But here's some more comments. My favorite thing about this whole Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Discord among the grifters is seeing the backpedaling grifters take a shot every time we say grifter, trying to be good people all of a sudden, throwing their own followers and people who supported them under the bus. It's making me want to play the game more, LOL. My second favorite thing is when they admit they're only doing it to monetize people's rage. That's the very definition of rage baiter, just saying. As you say, while claiming you might buy a game just because it makes people angry.
So, the pot calling the kettle black. That's what I'm seeing from this.
You literally just defined yourself as a rage baiter. It's insane. And up here, we're talking about this Kingdom Come to
Actually,
Deliverance.
People have been liking it, which is crazy.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 discourse here, where people are having some very heated arguments. And I think I know the content creator or the content creators they're referring to with this. And what they're describing is not throwing people on the bus.
Doing all that
they're talking about some content creators who have had
this game is actually
let's just
really
say
good,
kind of a debate with their viewers. They butted heads because they said something that they knew was unpopular. They had an unpopular opinion that they knew some of their viewers would disagree with, but they did it anyways because they believe in it. That's not what a grifter does. A grifter would not say anything that would upset their audience. And with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, there's a lot of very controversial things. I've covered a lot of games on my channel, and one of the most divisive ones was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. For some reason, people are very heated about certain opinions regarding this game. But as you can see, apparently that's being a grifter. If you actually challenge your audience, I guess that makes you a grifter somehow. And here's another one saying, seeing all the hype around Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I think it's a very bold move by Obsidian to release Avowed only a week later. It'll be interesting to see how it does with everyone already balls deep in Bohemia. So there's already excuses being laid out for Avowed. That basically Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has cannibalized the audience and left nothing. There's no money left for Avowed. So if Avowed doesn't do well, they had no chance because that game basically emptied everyone's wallets. Then we have this whole interaction here. She's been beefing, Eddie's been beefing with this individual named Nari, if I'm saying that right, for a long, long time. And here they are crashing out over this individual saying, I never consented to this harassment. I never consented to being stalked or targeted. I never consented to her using my content to farm views. All this because she hates trans people. I'm just a trans person she can attack. So they're basically saying people need to get consent to react to their content.
Oh, sorry.
Which is
I heard
just
something
not
else.
how things work, unfortunately. But as they say down here,
I mean, I mean, like, so many people do that. You got Moist Critical, Oompaville, Zentrea. There's just like a few right there that I could think of many different spectrums that people like to watch. I'm trying to play like a little bit of the neutral on that right there. Obviously, I know there's Asmongold too, but I honestly feel like people know that by now. But it's like, you know, those are like 4 right there. I'm just saying those are like the first 4 that you could think of right now. Which I know some people don't like Asmongold, but it's like, I mean, when it comes to people reacting to stuff, who is it exactly? I mean, Zentrea does that, but she plays a lot of video games, but it's like very rarely she likes to do that kind of stuff. But I mean, most VTubers tend to do that. Even those that, you know, I know, like, you know, we follow each other. Like, I know they do that. I hop on their streams every now and then, just, you know, lurk while I'm doing stuff and just to listen in on what they're doing. So, I mean, it's like majority of people do this. It's not like I'm going to go to Rev and say, "Hey Rev, can I react to your, you know, Shield's abandoned Veilguard for janking Avowed and hypothetically on grifters, so then I can make fun of the grifters?" I'm just saying like what a random person would say on that right there, because obviously that's what's gone into. But, you know, I honestly feel like he'll be like, "Hell yeah," but then that'll be fucking weird though, because one, you know, backtrack, rewind on that. He's not going to say anything because it's just like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? That's like going to be the first thing that goes in anyone's mind. And then it's like, maybe they might be scamming me. Should probably be very careful. I should delete this DM and report it. I'm just saying.
I will always stand with the trans community. You're always allowed to play games too. You're allowed to play any game you want, and you're allowed to have space on the internet free of targeted abuse.
They don't even talk about this. They're just like, I just transition over.
Basically, here's the thing.
And then they're like, okay. And then they never brought it up again. I'm like,
I don't care that you're trans. I don't think really most people care that you're trans. And I think it's being used as a shield here to deflect any sort of criticism or anything that's coming your way. This whole time, the focus of everything I've said,
I honestly feel like if people keep
just
saying
has to
that
do
so many times, like how she does,
how you're kind of hopping around from game to game when it seems very convenient.
I'm just saying.
These sorts of comments don't really work these defenses against, oh, I'm not a shill. Well, we're going to see some comments that really show the opposite. But first, I want to look at this. So they're reacting to this individual that they're beefing with, and this person is Spanish, and they basically say they're coping in this tweet right here, and then says rages in Spanish with a GIF of a Chihuahua, which, by the way, a lot of people would probably consider that racist.
Yeah.
Now, people who have a sense of humor are not terminally online. I don't think they're too offended by this, but the kind of circles people like Eddie run around in, they would definitely think this is racist if it was posted by someone that they didn't like. But here, they'll get a pass because, well, they're on the same team. But this is the final result.
Bigger dogs are more quiet and more playful. Very energetic.
They say this,
Smaller
OMG,
dogs make a lot of
the
noise.
grifters kick off over my avowed review.
I know because
and
I have,
the next
like,
day, I get an email asking if I want to try
recently.
early access. Thanks, guys, for shilling
lost
me.
a lot of sleep
I
because
didn't
of
have
that,
to
I
do
will
anything.
say.
Ha ha.
German Shepherd.
Looks like Avowed is back on the
Lots
menu.
of energy.
Boys.
Doorbell
So
rings.
yeah, they're
absolutely
just,
quiet.
They're just a shill. Like there's
My
nothing
dog
else to say. And they're thanking
barks like
everyone
crazy.
for
Small dog,
basically,
by the way.
I guess, signal boosting this by making fun of it. But this really just shows that that was your intention. You did 55 minutes of free promotion for Avowed. Of course, they're going to keep you around because they've seen what you did for Veilguard. You are basically an employee for them, promoting their game every single day. So Avowed's like, oh, here's another cheap person we can get by just sending them a code. And now we're going to get free advertising out the wazoo. And that's how it works with shills. But anyways, that's going to do this video. Avowed definitely looking interesting, and the people who are supporting it,
use like
some interesting people in that bunch. But anyways, as always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Isn't that you? But I was going to say, but I'm into that though. But I think Chad will be like, haha, wait, hey yo. Hey yo. That was interesting right there. And then let's watch another one. This one's like PlayStation eliminates shovelware. What? No, I'm actually curious. I want to watch this one. This is from Dr. Disaster.
What's up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the ever-charming Dr.
The mask
Disaster.
always looks crazy.
And I've been very critical of PlayStation quite a bit, and even the most hardcore Sony fans have to admit that it's pretty easy to criticize a company which has Naughty Dog under its corporate umbrella, a studio which now features characters like this.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Balls,
sorry about that.
balls,
I didn't mean
balls,
to feed you a bunch
balls,
of
my
nightmare
eyes.
with that image
Sorry, couldn't
from
help it.
Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. Next time I'll
Why
try
is
to give
everyone
you a
bald
warning,
now?
but I did have to make my point that PlayStation has done some pretty boneheaded
Chad's
shit
gonna say
over
like
the
Sim,
past
but
several
everyone has to
years.
go bald at
But
some
as I
point.
discussed in my video the other day, hope is at least a little bit kindled now in the wake of the shakeup at the top of the company. Sony eliminated the weird co-CEO structure that they had going on.
Wait, they had a co-CEO structure? Wouldn't that lead to a lot of... Oh, okay, maybe that's why they got rid of it now. When did they have this? I'm afraid to ask.
On at PlayStation, elevating
he's gonna
Hideaki
say.
Nishino to the sole CEO role while effectively punishing Herman Holst for his failures with crap like Concord and for greenlighting projects like Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet.
Balls!
Come on, man.
Sorry, I know I promised I'd try to give you a warning before I did that again. Hopefully, you aren't eating as you watch this. If I ruined your meal, then I apologize. But anyhow, Sony has given us a glimmer of hope that they are getting away from the westernized way of doing things and returning to their roots as a proper Japanese company. But
oh my
it
God.
also looks like
Does that mean we'll
with
get
the new
4K
sheriff in town,
anime
so to
tutorials
speak, at the CEO
again on
position, that they
PlayStation?
are finally clearing up some other messes
What?
that
No?
have been plaguing the company and creating a negative space for gamers for a long while now.
Well, it's about time!
Reports have come out that PlayStation has quietly removed a good chunk of the slop shovelware that has been inundating the PlayStation Store for a while now, making it super difficult to navigate the store and find what you're looking for. But yeah, it looks like PlayStation just did this sometime right before the weekend, which has led some to speculate that this was actually the reason that the PlayStation Network went down on Saturday. That instead of recently laid off employees creating problems for the site, this was an attack from the people who push shovelware into the PlayStation Store, lashing out because PlayStation removing their games from the store was like a shot to the nuts.
Be a good little fella now and open the door. Shoot!
Ouch. Chad, you know that gopher that does that scream right there? I honestly feel like that. Hang on. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Where the gopher is just like. Hang on. Oh, is it the gopher screaming? Was it how you spell gopher? I honestly feel like that was them. Sorry, that's where my brain went. I'm sorry.
First, let's talk about this speculation that removing shovelware would be the cause of the PlayStation Network going down over the past weekend. I highly doubt that this was an attack from an outside source on the PlayStation Network. If it were that easy to disrupt the PSN by an outsider at a whim like this, then I'd have to imagine that it would happen a hell of a lot more often than it does. You'd think it would happen every other week if it was that easy, because from the sounds of things, the removal of the shovelware happened right before the weekend, which would not have given the potential attackers much time to plot out an attack like this. And you'd think they would need quite a bit of time to do something like this. No, in my mind, if this shovelware situation had anything to do with the network going down, and the timing of all this does make you at least have to wonder, but if taking the shovelware off of the PlayStation Store had anything to do with the network going down, my thoughts would be that it would be some move on PlayStation's part where they goofed up while removing all that content. Maybe doing so crashed the system for a while. It's impossible to say for sure, but that would be my thought, that this isn't just something that any old disgruntled computer nerd could do on a whim. But all that PSN stuff aside, this is really good news for PlayStation users, who will once again be able to search through the store unmolested by the horde of crap that these shovelware designers plop in there. But let's read about what PlayStation has seemingly done in this article here from Eurogamer. Sony has seemingly delisted a number of games following an investigation into the prevalence of spam titles on digital storefronts.
You know what's funny, chat? How many of you guys remember when we were looking at video games on a PSN store? There was one on there that said, like, they said they needed, like, hang on. It was on the description. I know it's probably not there anymore, but that was on the PS5, by the way. It said that it was like, what was it? It wasn't that one that Neanders played, you know, or, you know, the one with the butt smacking and all that, you know, with the fishnet. Not that one. Though you could say it's close to that. So, what was it? I think it was something to do with trucks. And it was just like a picture of a truck, and you just point at the truck, and it'd say truck. Something like that. I thought that was so stupid, and the person that was on there that made that game said on the description, they said they needed a at least like a 300 or like 100 word like description for the product. So I'm right here going to be saying all this random crap just for them to. I'm not joking with you. That's exactly on there. That was like oh man, I don't even know that's still on the Vox. That's so long ago. But that was actually a thing. He just was like, he flat out admitted it in the description for that game. That looks so horrible, so bad, and he even misspelled some stuff for that description. Like 100%. I'm not making that up. There was something on there. I don't know if it was like that with the truck though, but the game looked stupid. And it looked like a half-assed job on everything. But he had the audacity to charge like, what was it, like $25? And I'm like, brother, who's going to spend $25 on this? I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure there's going to be 25 people who spent $25 on that. Because, of course, there has to be.
after an investigation by IGN found differing approaches to quality control across Nintendo, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox stores, players believe they found evidence that Sony has removed some questionable developers from the PlayStation Store. And let me say real quick, the IGN report that they mention here came out a little over a week ago, giving off the impression that yes, Sony did not like to be critiqued this way. The new CEO seems to have had his company act fast in response to this. Not that I'd recommend listening to IGN very much, but this is the sort of topic that about 99% of gamers agree on. Even the tourist gamers who work over at IGN. So yeah, I actually really appreciate how quickly they responded to this. It's just one more reason to have a shred of hope that things are turning around at PlayStation. But anyhow, reading on, the article says, for example, most games from developer Random Spin, including Supermarket Simulator Pro, Body Cam Shooter, and Backrooms Inside the Escape, all of which are allegedly thought to use AI and or
AI. I'm pretty sure that's all of us right now.
Recycled assets have disappeared, leading some to speculate that Sony has responded to criticism. As detailed on True Trophies and PSN Profiles, the developer has released dozens of games in 2024 alone, in some cases releasing multiple games a month, leading some to speculate about the quality of its products. This issue isn't unique to just PS5, of course. Just days after the creative director of indie hit Unpacking, Ren Breyer, called out Nintendo due to the prominence of copycat games on its Switch eShop, Chinese fans spotted a game called Wukong Sun Black Legend had popped up too, with misleading artwork to match its name. But you get the picture. Sony is eliminating and or has eliminated this kind of crap from its store. Considering how long
funny part is it came from China too, even though that game was made by Chinese developers.
The variable that's changed this time around is the new
At least we know
CEO.
who are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones.
We will have to see how sweeping this change is. When I look through the PlayStation Store on my PS5, some shovelware slop still pops up. Though, and I know this is just anecdotal evidence, but it does seem to have been curtailed to at least some degree. I am seeing less shovelware. So yeah, for as much shit as I like to give Sony, I think it's only fair that we acknowledge when they do something that's actually good for their customers. Now, if only they can get a handle on their studios in the West, rein them in so that they start making games like Stellar Blade and Astrobot, then the company would be in really great shape.
I think Astrobot's really good.
I'm going to leave it there. Drop your thoughts
really good.
on
It looks
this
very
situation into the comment section below, and
I remember people are upset because
thanks for watching me, Hearties. If you haven't already,
though. I remember saying that. But that's crazy though that happened. Owie. Oh my god, it's that thing. Go. Hi Roku. What you doing, Roku? Where have you been? We have been waiting decades for your... Ow, what the fuck? And the dingo, I was talking about you like earlier on stream about how the dingo... Roku, how do you feel that you are probably like less than 1% of VTubers out there? Because someone was talking to me about that. What were you waiting for? Oh, no, nothing. Maybe. I don't know. But, Roku, how do you feel that you're like a 1%? Yeah, no, you're like 1%. Like, so someone was talking about that. I was talking about that earlier. But there's a lot more cat VTubers, a lot more dog VTubers, and a lot more kitsune, like fox VTubers. And they're like, and I haven't seen a lion. And I was like, oh. And I was going to say, well, I don't know that many cats, but I know a dingo. And I was like, oh, well, we got Roku. Roku-chan's a dingo. First dingo VTuber. Best dingo, by the way. Huh? How? What? Like, how are your best dingo? You're just dingo. That's it. Best dingo. What? What? I'm leaving. Hey, but that's a compliment because that means you're the only one that has. Ow. Roku, fuck. Fine, fuck it. Ow. Roku, don't. Really, Roku? Really? Try me, bitch. Okay, I'm sorry, Roku. But you're still best dingo. You know, Roku, fuck you. We're not doing that. I'm refunding you back those points. Mods. Okay, actually, no. You know what? Fine. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it. We'll do it. Because I know Roku's gonna get angry. Alright, Nya. There we go, Nya. Well, Roku, Nya. Are you upset, Nya? See, Roku, Nya? At least... Oh my god, it's Roku. Nya. So are you good, Nya? What's with your tracking? It's because the new VTube Studio update, and I haven't had time to actually adjust it. Yeah, you look like a serial killer. It's because I'm super expressive. Yeah. Also, you always seem like a serial killer. What do you mean, yeah? What do you mean, yeah? Fucking cat, man. A fucking cat. But then no, there's just new update. Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Oh, wow. Did I actually do that? There you go. What you always doing?
I need you guys to make sure that I'm not losing my mind, that I'm not seeing
Roku,
things,
you
because
killed
from
me
my
in
perspective,
many games,
it looks
yeah.
like all the games,
One of them being Helldivers 2, yeah. So you are
enjoying the most,
killer, yeah.
talking about the most,
Okay,
games that have been the most successful outside of a couple of outliers. I'm not saying
Chat, be sure to check out Roku-chan.
They're all coming from the
She
East.
is the first dingo
Elden Ring,
VTuber,
Palworld,
yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom, Armored Core 6, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, Black
And
Myth:
she owes
Wukong,
me
Space Marine
$5,
2,
yeah.
Marvel
So
Rivals,
if we
Final
can get her
Fantasy,
to,
and I already know that I'm going to enjoy Stellar Blade
2,000
once it releases
subscribers
on
by the
PC.
end of the year, and yeah,
I'm not
she owes me
saying
$5, yeah.
all Eastern games are great and all Western games are bad. No, there's definitely there's a handful of good games in the West. Believe me, I put 400 hours into Baldur's Gate 3. But with that said, the list is very short on the Western side of things. And I think this is something that the vast majority of the industry doesn't want to discuss, especially games media, because, well, it means that they're losing relevance. Western games are losing relevance. By extension, Western media then loses its relevance as well. There's been a cultural shift over the years where players are not being prioritized, but these Eastern studios are prioritizing those audiences. And as a result, because that cultural shift doesn't happen over there, well, they're taking advantage of a situation and they are skyrocketing in popularity. They're gaining more players, they're gaining more influence, and more importantly, they're gaining more money, which makes them a major threat to the rest of the industry.
Aren't you supposed
We're talking about heading towards a world that has a heck of a lot more Black Myths and Marvel Rivals and a lot less Dragon Age the Veilguard and Concord.
From the ground, yeah.
That's not good for a lot of people in this industry, I'll tell you that right now, because, well, as these Eastern studios continue to be successful, as they're able to produce way more games than a lot of these Western studios, because of the financial position many of them are in, their investors are going to turn around and ask them,
do something that
why are you doing that?
Like, yeah, hang on.
They're going to say, well, we can't.
So she's probably not there.
But before we get into that, Monster Hunter Wilds is right around the corner, and with it is coming some of the craziest PC specs I've ever seen required. So you guys can use today's sponsor, Starforge. I've been loving my new PC from Starforge Systems. It's incredibly quiet, sleek, and lightning fast. It's a way better build than I could do myself. And they've got something for everyone. They got Horizon PCs, which are great for your everyday gamer, much more affordable, and just great for a first-time user or even experienced players. You can kick it up a notch. Go into their Navigator series that are packed with next-gen components, giving you some truly high-end performance. But if you're a content creator or an enthusiast like me, well, their Voyager series has everything that you're going to need. Starforge has a ton of incredible customization options with PCs inspired by popular games like Terraria and old-school RuneScape, anime like FreeRen, and even their own original designs. And If you really want to customize, they got limited run designs, plate lights, desk mats, and even posters to match your setup. Every PC is hand-built in Austin with premium quality and attention to detail, plus a 2-year parts and labor warranty.
Yeah.
Starforge systems, premium quality, white glove service, and all of it at an accessible price point. Follow the link in the pinned comment or the description below and check out Starforge systems and find the PC of your dreams. There is a clear divide between games made in the East and those made in the West, and I found myself enjoying more Eastern games more and more, and I know that I'm not alone. You don't have to look that hard to see the difference.
Also,
Eastern games are thriving while Western titles are drowning in complaints, controversy, and creative stagnation. These studios and publishers get it. Culturally, they get it. They understand what players want, and they're delivering it without compromise. I boot up Monster Hunter, Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy 16, and it feels like peak is the only thing that they care about. They want you to experience something that is unforgettable. They want you to be blown away by the scale, spectacle, and raw excitement. I'm tracking down monsters and I'm fighting them and crafting armor out of their bones in Monster Hunter. Their developers painstakingly research ecology to make sure that they can create a realistic ecosystem that feels alive, while at the exact same time, they're not making that their only priority. They're also delivering stylized combat that you'd only find in anime. I'm walking through China's cultural history, experiencing one of the oldest stories ever told and fighting literal gods in Black Myth Wukong. I'm experiencing political upheaval and a world-ending crisis in Final Fantasy 16, but every moment builds to something bigger. The stakes, the music, the sheer unrelenting spectacle. I go from trying to find the truth to fighting a dragon in space that is about to unleash a laser to destroy the world. Then we look at games like Ninja Gaiden, Resident Evil, Stellar Blade, an entire industry of gacha juggernauts unapologetically delivering cool, badass, and attractive characters. These studios are not afraid to give players what they want. Whether it's over-the-top action, ultra-stylized designs, or characters that are as powerful as they are attractive. Western games, well, they've been moving in the opposite direction. The androgynous, desaturated, corporate-safe designs that plague Western titles, nobody's asking for that. Certainly not the players, certainly not women. I see countless 2B cosplayers, but, you know, I haven't seen a single person willingly dressing up as Abby from The Last of Us Part 2. So I guess we might see some Concord cosplays this year. But you know, it's not just the aesthetics, it's the priorities. Eastern studios are focusing on the player experience. It seems like the only thing they actually care about. They're not obsessing over realistic sweat physics in a first-person shooter. They're making sure that the controls feel incredible. They're not wasting time on irrelevant tech demos. They're refining gameplay mechanics to perfection. They aren't ballooning their budgets to insane proportions for the most useless things. They aren't trying to be Hollywood. They're trying to be video games. But, like, the worst, I've been replaying Armored Core 6, and it's one of the most visually stunning games that I've played. But here's the thing. It's not chasing photorealism. It's designed in a way that tricks you to feel like it is. You're so immersed in the gameplay, so locked into the experience that you don't care about environmental destruction or ray trace reflections because the game is so damn good that you don't need those things. Then I go back to Western AAA games, and what do I get? A checklist simulator, a tutorial that assumes that I've never touched a controller before, a protagonist that will not shut up, constantly telling me what to think and what to feel, a game world that exists only to make a point, not to be explored. And their obsession with open world bloat, because why make a game feel big when you can make it look big? Western developers want to force you through a message. Eastern developers want you to lose yourself in the experience. They aren't holding your hands through a painfully self-important narrative filled with stiff, corporate-safe writing. They're letting you engage with a world that feels alive. Eastern games are just built different. That's why they are dominating, and that's why they're going to continue to dominate. Just because, it's going to make it harder and harder for a lot of these Western studios to be able to stay relevant. Now, Japanese games being popular isn't anything new. In many ways, Japan is what built the foundation of modern gaming. If it wasn't for Nintendo dragging the industry out of the gutter in 1983, well, we probably wouldn't even be having this conversation. But we're not just talking about Japan. It's China, it's Korea, and beyond. Apparently, nobody took notice that 2024 featured an entire wave of Eastern studios stepping into the AAA space, shaking up the industry, and forcing Western studios to confront the reality that they're not the only game in town anymore. And I noticed this shift when I saw historically mobile studios start to step up into the AAA premium game space. Take Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. This was a game by Cygames, a studio known for gacha games like Grand Blue Fantasy and Shadowverse. Why would they suddenly decide to make a AAA full production, full price game unless they knew it was a smart investment, unless they saw an area of opportunity? Turns out they did because Grand Blue Fantasy Relink sold.
Hang on. Yeah, like my mods were playing Grand Blue Fantasy, They said that the mobile version of it, there was a. Let's just say that they did their research. I'm just gonna say that much. I mean, they really did the research. I think. Oh man, like one of the mods did finish that game. I think they. I want to say I think they're close. They were close, but when I went in there, they're almost done with 100%ing to getting everything that they needed, like all these special items. Some of them had a very, very low drop rate, and you just gotta kept going in there, and you're just like, oh god. I think they did, if I recall, I think they did get it. That was packaged.
1 million copies in just 11 days, and it still continued to sell, and the players loved it. Then it happened again with Stellar Blade. Shift Up, another gacha-focused studio, jumped into AAA gaming, and the result, another massive success. A game that sold over 1 million copies. It's likely to outsell its PlayStation numbers entirely once it actually launches on PC. Modders are going to have a field day with this one. Then a first-time Chinese studio delivers a AAA cultural masterpiece in Black Myth Wukong. A game that shattered Steam's concurrent player records and sold 20 million copies in 1 month. It was bold, visually stunning, deeply rooted in mythology, 100%. Blending diverse storytelling techniques and cinematic cutscenes, and had exhilarating combat that just kept you hooked. Its tight linear progression and light yet meaningful customization stripped away any necessary bloat. It just offered a pure content-rich experience that pulled you in and refused to let you go.
I mean, I'm talking about the fruit watermelons.
Palworld, allegedly made for under $7 million, reaching 25 million players with 15 million copies sold on Steam. A game that crystallizes just about everything players have been asking for, what they've wanted, the freedom that they've wanted. Finally, we saw the release of Marvel Rivals, storming onto the scene with stylized characters.
Roku, if you're still here, I dare you to get this game. Me and Flamey are going to be playing this game. And you want to know what? If you don't get this game and it's free, we will unify, say that you are a stinky dingo, and thou is mid. The line is spoken. And Flamey too.
Great gameplay, killer performance, non-intrusive monetization, and overall just a fun experience for players. It helped the game reach over 600,000 concurrent players on Steam with over 20 million downloads across all platforms. With the success of these games, the shift is undeniable, and it's not slowing down. 2025 is already shaping up to be another massive year for Eastern developers. Monster Hunter Wilds is going to explode, potentially breaking over 1 million concurrent players on Steam. I could easily see it. I mean, Monster Hunter World quintupled engagement across the entire franchise, so there's no telling how far this new entry can go. Players are already excited for Phantom Blade Zero, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, Light of Motrium, and Tides of Annihilation, all made by Chinese studios stepping up to steal the show. And after seeing all these successes and the engagement that I'm seeing from the players, how excited people are for some of these games that are coming out, I think that Eastern studios have figured out what Western gaming has refused to accept. That the layoffs, the cancellations, the flops aren't because gaming is dying. Players aren't leaving games, they're leaving Western games. They're seeing an industry that's at war with its own audience. They see the greed, the arrogance, and the creative bankruptcy, and they're stepping in to, well, take what Western studios have abandoned. And I think that the industry is threatened by this, and they should be, to be honest with you. I mean, look at the way that games media reacted to some of these releases, because while Stellar Blade reviewed relatively well, it wasn't without controversy. Heck, they actually had to write an article to tell everybody, why is Stellar Blade so controversial? Are attractive characters unrealistic? Female beauty standards in gaming need to evolve. I'm sorry, but saying that beauty standards need to evolve is like saying that gravity needs to be more inclusive. You can try to change reality all you want, but people will always be drawn to what they find appealing. That's it. And then came Black Myth Wukong, and that's where they absolutely lost it. Developers not responding to the accusations that they made up, not responding to their headquarters being vandalized because of the accusations they made, not answering questions about inclusivity in a game about a monkey. That's when it became painfully clear. The industry is terrified of these rising Korean and Chinese studios because they can't control them, so they attack them instead. The only controversy surrounding these games was fabricated by media outlets desperately trying to reinforce their own narrative and their own worldviews. And it became laughably obvious once reviews started rolling in for Black Myth Wukong, with multiple critics slamming the game for a lack of female characters and diversity, not realizing that women played a key role Act 3 and beyond. I brought this up before. I think I showed it off in one of my last videos, but it still blows my mind that Inverse would straight up call anyone who bought the game Chinese nationalists and anti-woke.
Oh, wait, what?
Let that sink
They've been
in.
doing that for
Look
the
how
past,
detached from
few
reality
days?
media has become. Fun action game, no
Yeah,
political
wait, what,
messaging,
years?
monkey with the
Oh,
big
okay,
stick,
no,
go bonk.
shit,
Yeah,
never
that's
mind.
fascist. This is about
Oh,
an industry
God,
that is
look, bro.
panicking.
Oh, God, look-
Western
look
publishers
who
and
it is.
media
Roku
we spent the last
Roku
decade trying to
playing
dictate
VTube
what players should
Studio.
want, and now it's
Oh, right
backfiring.
after I
Eastern
called it
Studios
out
aren't
too.
arguing with their
Well,
audience.
well.
They're just giving them what they want. Hell, I just saw that Marvel
I
Rivals
just
is
got
planning
that
to do
notification right there, so
mid-season
that's
rank
why.
resets. The players said no, and Marvel Rivals just said, oh, okay, that's fine. I think that's what a lot of
I
the
think that was
industry has
pretty
gotten
cool that they
away
said
from.
that.
Not what games should be about, not what games
I'm also
should
gonna
be,
start
but
working
who
on
games
my,
are for.
ranked
Eastern
list.
Studios, pretty
I
much
mean,
across the board, are just
I was
doing a
gonna go
better
into that.
job
I
of
did go into that,
recognizing
but it was, like,
what
super
players
late, so I was
want
like, ah,
and are
fuck, then
giving
that
it to
fucker's not
them.
even gonna
That's
get
what you
saved,
need to
'cause
do to
I
succeed.
just
A lot
started
of
in tech, 'cause I
Western
was still learning
developers
how
and
the game
media are
works.
just so caught
So I was,
up
like,
in today's
bronze
events
2
and
as I
politics that
just
they're
got into
forgetting
that.
that
'Cause I was
players
like,
are
okay.
playing games to
I'll be
escape
honest with
from
you, a
that.
lot of
Eastern
people
games
don't
are
like to
thriving because
go-
they're not chasing trends or politics. They're chasing timeless
go tank
experiences. They're
or
crafting
healing.
worlds that players want to revisit years from now.
They
Not
like
just
to
ones
go
that
with,
are
like,
going to give
high
you Twitter
DPS.
engagement for a few weeks before
Which is
fading
not
into
like anything
irrelevance.
bad, but I
Just
mean,
the topical nature
at
of
least someone
Western
should target the
games
healers.
is
but,
already
you know,
a
they
death
don't even do
sentence.
that
I was
to them,
thinking
like,
about
they-
this the other day, and I'm like, I played Borderlands 3 a few years ago, and the entire time I was playing it, I was like, dude, nobody's going to remember any of these pop culture references, any of these cringe jokes, or anything like that, because it was just so modern day. It was so today.
Yeah, like people are not gonna remember when you said like, bro, he got rizzed up, right? Or she got rizzed up by that person right there. No one's gonna remember that. Also, I was trying to get my eyes. Not wrong.
For that game when it released, and I'm like, people aren't going to remember this stuff. I was thinking about Dragon Age the Veilguard. Do you think 20 years from now somebody's going to pick up that game and go, what's this about? What are they even talking about in this? Eastern Studios have just been so much more consistent. They don't have any of that extra bullshit that's in there. We just see the normal complaints from them. I think that's another thing to think about as well. When you think about some of these Eastern Studios, the vast majority of controversy that surrounds them is the normal stuff. Day one performance, patches, expansion content, microtransactions. I want to go back to those days, man. I'm getting sick and tired of talking about some of these issues with some of these Western games. You don't see their developers, their mentally ill developers going on Twitter and having a meltdown. They keep their politics and their opinions out of their games and out of the public eye, and they just focus on doing their job. They let their games do the talking instead. And, oh man, their games are talking. You know, it's been a while since I've done a review. I need to do a review. I've been playing Armored Core 6 again.
Quest and beat up friends.
And it is insane how good that game is.
Go on Quest and with friends to beat people up.
It's absurd how good that game is and how little spotlight it got. The players that loved it,
that's what I meant to say.
They loved it. The players that don't haven't played it yet. It's so beautiful, but they don't do anything like trying to make sure that I can see my reflection in the visor of an enemy mech or anything like that. They don't waste a bunch of time and money and resources on all these weird fidelity things that just aren't necessary for a game like that. They just make it tight controls, incredible gameplay, really good story.
Virtual reality,
I would just wait until I get I've experienced in a game over the last few years. That's a couple outliers, of course.
From Sword Art Online. That's the one I'm waiting for.
90% of it was from text. Like it was just a pop-up on screen and a voice, and that was it. No cutscenes or anything like that. It wasn't necessary. They didn't need that because they just focused on it being pure gameplay. Man, it's so good. That's what players want. That's what these Eastern Studios have been delivering. No nonsense, all gameplay. Give the players what they need. That's it. That's why they've been succeeding, and that's why some of these Western games have been failing. Because, you know, I think they got comfortable.
Okay.
They had a
reason why they do that is because like they do have the check mark thing, you know, or not check mark. They like to check off things, which is just super annoying because I mean we already know, but it's like, dude, I just make a game that's 100% bug free, and it's fun. That's it. Nothing like, you know, you're not trying to sell like a policy or an agenda, you know?
Stranglehold on the industry. They had more money, more developers, more resources, more experience, but now you have some of these studios that are popping up in some of these other countries that aren't under their influence. A lot of them are really inexperienced, but they got the people to be able to do it, and they're learning pretty quick. Developer tools, the barrier to entry to make a video game is way lower than it's ever been before, and that's a major threat for some of these companies. These companies that forgot how to treat us like customers. And it makes me... I was wondering why Black Myth Wukong and Stellar Blade had this weird, like, anti-Asian, anti-Chinese rhetoric among games media in a lot of different circles. I mean, like, they had the one person that said, you know, if you bought the game or the people that made the game successful were Chinese nationalists and the anti-woke. The reason why they say that is because it's meant to sound evil. It's meant to be disparaging. These countries have a culture that's counter to theirs. They can't let that stand.
And it's absolutely
but these studios aren't just a threat because they
most of them are coming from
they're not just a threat
China
because of the fact that
Asia and
games
like,
are delivering what players want.
At least they're listening.
They're a threat because
the
they
one
have
thing you have to
something
give
that the
them.
rest of the industry is going to have a real hard time with.
They can make games. Yes, you are a business.
Far
cheaper.
cheaper,
make money, and the only way to make money is by listening
than
to
anybody else in the entire industry. That's going to be.
I honestly feel like that's
a big problem.
That's not like that
because
hard, though,
as
right?
they create more games,
again,
they overwhelm the rest of the industry. Well, the rest of the industry is not going to be competing with them. They're going to be swallowed by them. Now, the rise of Eastern studios isn't just a trend, it's a foundational shift in the industry. What we're seeing right now isn't just one or two breakout hits, it's an entire new wave of studios that's stepping out onto the global stage. And the scary part is, for Western developers, they're only going to get better. Most of these companies are still in their infancy, yet they're already disrupting the market. Game Science, as an example, the developers of Black Myth Wukong, had never made a AAA game before, yet they produced a title that sold 20 million copies for only $43 million. Given the average salaries of shift-up employees, Stellar Blade cost an estimate between $40 to $50 million. Now imagine what these studios can do once they gain some more experience, more funding, and a deeper understanding of the global market. Of money. Unlike many of these Western AAA studios, which have been floundering despite decades of experience, these new developers aren't starting with bad habits. They're building up from a lean, focused, and player-driven approach. One of the biggest advantages for a lot of these Eastern studios is just cost efficiency. The Western gaming industry is drowning in ballooning development costs, with AAA games exceeding $200 to $500 million budgets. We're seeing longer development cycles, higher failure rates, and lower margins, yet somehow these guys keep spending and inflating their budgets even more instead of actually refining their gameplay. In contrast, Eastern studios are operating on a fraction of the cost, yet delivering polished, high-quality games that rival or surpass that of their Western counterparts.
Because the games
and I think the reasons for this are pretty straightforward. They have a focused design philosophy. Eastern studios are prioritizing gameplay first rather than overproduced cinematics and unnecessary bloat. Their teams are more efficient. They're not building massive, bloated development teams that take years to onboard and years to manage. Their production is more disciplined without the need for endless games-as-a-service monetization models. They're just focused on delivering a complete experience. And what's really scary for a lot of these Western publishers is that not only are these Eastern studios going to get better at their jobs, they're going to get more efficient over time. There's no denying that in some of these Eastern countries that they have lax labor laws that allow for faster, more demanding work cycles. It's not a good thing from an ethical standpoint, but it's an advantage when it comes to pure production output. Beyond that, something else that works to their favor is that workplace culture in many of these Eastern studios rejects the Western industry's obsession with toxic positivity. The idea that all work must be praised, all criticism must be soft, and nobody can ever be called out for doing a bad job because in Eastern studios, criticism is direct and result-driven. If you mess up, you're told directly. There's no hand-holding, no excuses, no performative social media activism. Employees are expected to improve. Bad work doesn't just get a pass because it aligns with corporate social agendas. The game is always the priority. Personal beliefs and cultural narratives don't override the responsibility to deliver a great product. Compare this to the West, where some developers are spending more time policing their communities rather than making better games. You've got studios that are hiring based on ideological alignment rather than skill, fearful of offending social media mobs, and constantly engaging in PR firefighting rather than focusing on making something great. Eastern developers don't have that problem. There's another huge advantage that these Chinese studios have in particular, and it's access to one of the largest gaming markets on the planet, while Western studios don't. Many Western AAA games don't release in China due to strict censorship laws or a lack of appeal to Chinese audiences. That artificially handicaps Western studios, while Chinese studios have no problem releasing their games both domestically and internationally. Look at Black Myth Wukong. 75% of its sales came from China alone, yet it still pulled in millions of Western players. Now imagine what happens when a Chinese studio makes a game that's even better. with higher global appeal.
Very fluid, very
and
clean.
Also, at less than half of the development
And
cost
they
of a
even give you a
Western
reason to go
AAA
back
game.
in to play, like,
That's
New
where
Game
things
Plus.
get really dangerous for Western developers. These developers aren't just a threat because they're making games that players want. They're a
And
threat
I
because
just
they're
remembered
only
this too,
going to
when
get
they said-
better
when
at
they
it.
were
They're
working
going to
on
get
a
more
DLC for
experience.
this
They're
game
going to
too?
get more funding. They're going to learn from their mistakes. They're going to make games faster, and they're
I'm
going to
looking
make
forward
them
to that.
cheaper. Western
And I
studios
think
can
it's going
barely
with the
keep
other
up as
part for
is, and they're
that,
already at a financial
so,
disadvantage. The fact that
that's
Eastern
gonna look
studios
pretty
can
cool.
produce high-quality games at a fraction of the cost and twice as fast is likely going to create an entire industry shakeup. If a Western studio needs $300 million in 6 years to make a game, but an Eastern studio can do it for $50 million and in half the time, who do you think is going to win in the long run? While many may see this as spelling doom for the industry as we know it, I see it as a rebirth and potentially the start of something greater. Bigger Western studios will be forced to do better, to be better. They'll have to be smarter with their spending, focus on the right things, and going back to paying attention to the audience and meeting the needs that aren't met. Sure, some studios are going to get caught in the undertow, but many studios are going to restructure and reprioritize, and with the rise of some of these Eastern studios, it's going to come new perspectives on how to make games, how to create new genres, and how to create customer satisfaction.
EA,
you know, one of the things
like
I brought up in my review of
Ubisoft,
Black Myth
'cause you
Wukong
know
was
what's
how
going on with
appreciative
them.
I was
honestly
of being
feel
able to
like
learn
if
more
Ubisoft
about
closed,
Chinese
a lot of these
culture.
other
A lot of
companies would
people
probably be
outside of
freaking
China
out.
have little to no context on its legends, history, and
They're already
mythology.
doing a
Many
buyout,
Western
and they're
audiences just have a
selling some
surface level
studios and
understanding
some
at
IPs
best.
too, if I
Vague
recall.
concepts like the
So,
Great Wall, dynasties,
it's
and
not
martial
looking
arts.
too good
Games
right
have the
now
power
for
to
them.
change that. Black Myth Wukong wasn't just a game, it was a bridge. It introduced millions of players to a rich cultural history that they may have not have explored otherwise. And this is where things get really interesting for me, because while exposure to new cultures through art can be a beautiful thing, China's gaming industry isn't just any industry. It operates under the watchful eye of its government. And that comes with baggage. No references to Taiwan, Tibet, Tiananmen Square, no sensitive religious or political imagery, no blood, suggestive themes, or excessive brutality. This isn't just speculation. Western companies have already censored themselves to stay in the Chinese market. Blizzard suspended a Hearthstone player for supporting the Hong Kong protests. Hollywood studios regularly edit their films to appease Chinese censorship. NBA teams scrambled to apologize after comments supporting Hong Kong went viral. Hell, there's a ton of things that you can't even say in Marvel Rivals in-game chat. I know a lot of people are going to have concerns about China's growing influence in the gaming industry. We're all aware of Chinese censorship, propaganda, and soft power strategies, so it's understandable to wonder whether gaming is going to face that same fate. But call me an idealist, I think that China's success in gaming might actually lead to a crack in that armor. We're already starting to see signs of that shift because Black Myth Wukong, while the game was toned down in China, in its Western release, it still featured intense action, blood effects, and darker themes. This suggests that Chinese developers, when targeting a global market, are prioritizing Western audiences' expectations over domestic restrictions.
So
if they want games to sell worldwide, they can't afford to.
You know, I just remember this one thing that happened like a while back. Do you guys remember when they were trying to censor like anime? That what was it? I forgot what it was, but it was like they were fighting. It was like one of those horror ones right there. They swapped out the blood because they're saying, "Oh my god, that is too violent." So they changed the blood from red to white, and it looked like something. Let's just say, how everything was positioned, all that blood. Let's just say they changed all that to white, and it was a guy and a girl, and you know the guy was trying not to get killed by the girl, and let's just say like I think they should have kept the blood in because it just looks like I mean you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? Like you guys know what the white fluid is, so yeah, that's what it looked like, and I'm right here just like I think that does not help at all. That does not work. I would have chosen anything else, that or I would have just cut that episode out. But yeah, that was interesting. I was like, wow, that's fun.
Completely sanitized. The more success they find outside of China, the more likely these studios are to push back against censorship, or at the very least, create separate versions for those games to appeal to broader audiences. And this is what makes the future of Chinese gaming so fascinating to me, because as their industry grows internationally, the pressure to loosen creative restrictions is only going to increase. Right now, China's biggest weakness in this market is its own government-imposed limitations on creative expression. If their developers want to compete at the highest level, they have two choices: either ease censorship to stand alongside Western and Japanese studios, or remain shackled by their government oversight, preventing them from ever reaching their full potential. For all the concerns about censorship, market influence, and industry shifts, there's something undeniably exciting about what's happening. Gaming is evolving in a way that we never could have predicted, and at the center of it all, well, we're witnessing a genuine cultural shift. One that could reshape not only the industry, but the way that people from vastly different backgrounds engage with one another. People love to dismiss gaming as a pastime, but in reality, it's one of the fastest growing industries in the world. It's already overtaken movies, television, and music, and not just in revenue, but as a cultural influence. And with that influence comes power, the power to bridge gaps, to change perceptions, and to connect people in a way that no other medium can. This industry is changing, and as a result, we're going to get better games. We're going to get a lot more games. We're going to see new ideas, fresh perspectives, and experiences. And at the end of the day, that's all we've been asking for. Wouldn't it be wild if gaming, not politics, not diplomacy, not think pieces from self-important journalists, was the thing that actually brought us all together? A shared love for immersive worlds, incredible storytelling, and fantastic games. That was the thing that made us see eye to eye. If art, not ideology, was the thing that actually brought us together. Deep. I know. It's the last time that you guys are going to get anything positive from me for at least a few months, starting now. See, this is the reason why I was so upset that these studios never got a fair shake from Western journalists. Yep. It bothered the hell out of me because I viewed this as a reawakening. I viewed this as a second chance for the industry to get itself back on track, because I think that's exactly what we're going to see.
Honest with you, Captain,
we're going to see games going back to doing what they used to do before, which is connecting people, which is delivering an experience that customers are looking forward to, helping us escape from the world and all of the bullshit that's around us.
I mean,
honestly, there's so many good things that can come from this. I feel like I've only scratched the surface of some of it. If you think about it on a much broader scale, if you have all these companies that are out there, all these Eastern studios, especially if we're looking at like China and stuff like that, they're going to be able to make games faster, cheaper. We're probably going to get games cheaper because they're going to flood the market. And if these games are good, that's even better, because if they're flooding the market with good games, what ends up happening is, well, supply goes up, demand is down, the prices are going to have to come down to meet the demand. We're going to see less microtransactions or cheaper microtransactions.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, if microtransactions are going to be cheaper, oh my god, dude. Tell that to EA, and bro, they're gonna have a freaking panic attack, and they're gonna crucify you like 100%. Same thing with Activision, but EA is worse on that, 100%.
Actions, I would hope. We're going to see game prices fall a little bit. We're going to see some of these studios tighten their budgets, tighten their britches a little bit, and actually start spending money the right way on some of these games. There's a lot of good that can come from this. And the crazy thing is that we're only seeing the first wave of some of these games. They just announced the Tides of Annihilation. I wrote that one down. That just came out of nowhere, and I think we're probably going to see more of those come out this year. More of those random announcements. Oh, hey, by the way, here's another game that looks wild out of nowhere with top tier quality. What is this? How does this even happen?
There are jiggle physics,
and the next year is probably going to be even crazier. I'm blown away by it. Look at the sheer volume of Eastern games that just came out of nowhere last year, and then now they're doing it again this year. And they're probably going to multiply it by
finally
next year.
doing that stuff.
I wouldn't doubt it. Especially because they've seen how much money these games can make. Black Myth Wukong brought in a ton of money. Marvel Rivals is making a boatload of cash.
That's
obviously
how you
the
make
gacha
money.
games that they have over there. MiHoYo is making a ton of money as well. So they see the opportunity in it. They're going to invest in it. And by extension, we're just going to get more games and likely better games, because they're going to see, oh, well, games of this scale, games of this quality are what actually, sell. So that's what we're going to go ahead and make. Oh, the players like this thing, we're going to go make that. This kind of loops me back to this idea video that I'm planning on doing relatively soon about copycat games, where you're seeing some of these studios take premises or games that, well, other studios have that they have not done a very good job with, or they haven't handled its success very well. Overwatch being a really good example of that. I also think that,
dude, little pause right there. Overwatch, dude, oh my god, they're so fucking pissed. They're so fucking pissed Like, how was it? It was like yesterday. I saw something on from that, and oh my god! And the crazy part is they've been pushing a lot of ads for Overwatch 2 lately. But dude, oh my god, they're dude like someone from Overwatch that works on like it, bro. They had like their public freak out. I saw something on that, and then they like again like everything they do like they delete everything and private everything on there, and it's like oh god. So I can't I didn't have time to look at the but I heard something on that. I was like, dude, what the fuck, man? And they're upset because Marvel Rivals is competing against Overwatch, and that's why they're upset because it's not working. It's like, well, I'm sorry that you made the same game twice, just like what Mr. Krabs did with the the Krusty Krab and Krusty Krab 2. That's essentially what you guys did. I'm sorry. Like, and the fact is, you backed out on what was it like? Okay, so they were going to have like a campaign, right? That's what I remember. They never added in a campaign. They backtracked on the campaign, which I honestly feel like for people who played Overwatch and they're really looking for that fucking sucks. Marvel Rivals says that they don't have any plans to add in a campaign, but chances are, if a lot of people keep asking for it, they may actually add that in, and it's probably won't be a free of charge thing right there. Like 100%. That's exactly what's going to go on. Because, dude, like NetEase, when it's like right here, what this man was saying right here, like people said, hey, I don't like it where the what was it like that chrono tokens. They get the they'll take that away. People got super upset over that, like and rank resets. And they're like, "Oh, you guys don't like that? Okay, then this is what we'll do instead." And then they said this is what, and then they gave the option of what the other one was instead, and everyone liked it. Everyone was like, "Oh shit, okay, I can work with that," and everyone was happy. See, it takes two to talk right there.
That Light of Motrium game is probably going to be relatively disruptive. What if, just a what if scenario, the game that Horizon's tried to come out so many times that it always ends up not doing very well, mostly because it always ends up dropping in the window of some major release right next to it or whatever it might be. I also just don't think people are really all that interested in Horizon. I don't really know why. I think the premise is really cool. Maybe it's just the character. Maybe it's PlayStation. I don't know what it is. Like the players that like it, but on a broader scale, for a broader audience, the vast majority of people just aren't interested in that IP at all. But then you have this Light of Motrium. Same premise. Just throw in some Elden Ring-esque fighting mechanics and things like that. Throw in some mounts and whatnot. The players are going to eat it up. There's something to that. We'll be talking about that soon. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Be
share
sure
with
to
your
check
friends.
out
Share it on social
legendary
media.
drops.
Spread my soft power and influence. Stay cool. Stay righteous. Stay safe. Catch you guys in the next one.
Family, family, family.
Family, family, family. But like, oh my god, chat! It's crazy how it's going nowadays. It's with the video games, but it's true. You look at games like at Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong. God, even the ones from MiHoYo, like the Gotcha, I fucking hate that stuff. Then again, I was the one that got influenced by that too, so I really shouldn't be one to talk. But then I just had that realization. I was just like, oh fuck, dude, I should have not done any of that, but I did it anyway. Do I regret it? Yes. Okay, well, like maybe kind of, that buyer's remorse kind of stuff right there. It's like I did not need to buy the jiggle physics. I regret it, but I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted on that right there, 100%. Oh god, dude. Oh, I fucking hate when I got like, oh man, I don't even know how much money I put down in that game again. Oh man, but then they're making a new game, and that's like a GTA. Like it's like GTA 6, but it's not that, and it's what was it? I know I have it on Discord. It's like Anita. whatever the fuck. I forgot which one it was. But oh, here we go. This game. I really am hoping that is not a gacha, but I'm thinking it is. But I'm like somewhere deep down inside, I'm kind of hoping that this is what they do. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I honestly feel like some people are tired of gacha, and if they look at the influence of GTA 5 had, you can do like like accept like the fucking subscription and all that kind of stuff though. That's actually kind of the stupidest shit right there. But how come they don't charge like 25 or 30 bucks, like 29.99? We will do that, for example. They charge 29.99. You are able to get any characters you want or work towards. And then they'll also have like little microtransactions in there. Instead of being like, like, oh, you want to get this, it's going to be like 50 bucks so you can get that one or two things right there. At least make it towards only like 20 bucks, because then you're going to add in more stuff, and that's just a fact. You're going to add in more stuff and people are going to buy it anyway. So like 20 bucks, at least you get your money's worth on that 100%, because people might buy that. I'm just saying, kind of like that implement, like what what was it Rockstar did with the shark cards. They could do something like that, and crazy part is I know people will buy that 100%. I think anybody would. But I just can't do another gacha. If that game is a gacha, no, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, as much as it looks really appealing, I am not going to do that. And then we got like, and then going back to GTA 6 chat. That game's gonna be $100. So I'm like kind of conflicted. I really am. I really am conflicted, because one of them's gonna be $100, but if they actually do it the way how I'm saying, oh, this is gonna be more appealing for a lot of people, and they'll definitely get that game more over than GTA 6 if it's $100. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if GTA 6 is $100 and they actually put that game out that's supposed to rival GTA and it's like only $30, I'm gonna get the $30 one. Because I mean, if I don't like it, chat, it was only $30. For the GTA, it's $100. I'm gonna have buyer's remorse for sure. And that's just a fact. That is 100% a fact. I will have that buyer's remorse. And I mean, they do want to make games like $100 now, which I'm not looking forward to 100% right there. That's like dark futures that we're heading in, and I'm terrified for that. Even my doggo was terrified for that, and she's a doggo. Right, Lola? Yeah, look at her. She's terrified, chat. She's shaking. This is not nice. This is not cool, and all that sort of stuff. But it is already it's already going to be 9. So let me see if we can find someone to raid, chill out with. I know we're chatting fully a bit. But let's see, who do we have? I know we raid Mythos from Apollo Mythos. Ares Mythos? Is there any of the other Mythos on? No, they're not. Oh, I forgot Mad Salvi's on. Let's see. We could probably raid Mad Salvi. We haven't raid them in a good minute. I was gonna say let's raid Flamey, but Flamey's not on, and and the lion is sad because Flamey's not on. The lion is most disappointed that Flamey's not on. Let me see if I can find them. I really hope they didn't go off, because it is 9. That does seem about right, like the time that they would go out. But let me find them really quick. But how do you guys feel about like all this stuff that's going on though, with like Eastern and Western games? it do be pretty crazy. Crazy times we live in. I never, I'm pretty sure you tell people back in the past, people are waiting to buy like, games from China or Korea a lot more than the US, and people will probably think you're crazy, you know? I don't know. Alright, but be sure to copy down that raid message, everybody. We're gonna go and raid Mad Salvi. They are currently playing Marvel Rivals, which does seem about like kind of like what's going on right now. So let us, because we were just talking about that, and I saw they're playing Marvel Rivals. See, look, I'm telling you, people like it. See, it's cool. You blow stuff up, and you have fun time with chat and others. What else do you guys want? Also, Venom is caked up. The line has spoken. Good day. But have a good evening, everybody. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. Have a good morning. Good afternoon. And I will see you guys on Friday as we play some Marvel's Rivals. Or was Helldivers 2. Either way, it's going to be one of those because I've been having a fun time on both of them. Mainly Marvel Rivals. But I will see you guys then. Also, we do have a community night on Thursday. So if Adao is interested, feel free to join in the Discord. And I will see you then. Bye-bye.